into the paint. Goes to Derek White, who steps back into the corner for three. Moving and grooving.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks, Amica Insurance, your New England Honda dealers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Jalen forces it up over C. He tied it. He did it. Jalen Brown from the corner with 5.6 to go. Kick out. Open. Tatum steps to his left. Three in the air. Got it.
Big boy step up at the right time, man.
And by Delta Dental of Massachusetts, Brex, your New England Chevy dealers, Town Fair Tire, and by Comcast Business.
Pritchard, half court. It's in the air. He got it. He did it again. Peyton Pritchard did it again.
And by your New England Ford dealers, Wendy's, Clinton Savings Bank, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, and by your Boston area Lexus dealers.
Confetti guns shooting green and white confetti and making the most beautiful blizzard you have ever seen. The Boston Celtics are world champions for the 18th time.
Now, here's Sean Grante and Cedric Maxwell.
Back at the Garden where tonight the Celtics play the final game of the Thanksgiving homestand and suddenly find themselves center stage. A nationally televised game against the hottest team in the league, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, and the East leading Detroit Pistons. Thanks for checking in on a Wednesday night. We say this every year. If you're on the road, take it safe, take it slow. We'll be here with you for the next 3 hours. I'm Sean Grande. Cedric Maxwell has already begun his holiday. We've got a special guest in his place. We will reveal that identity shortly. Coming up on the fastest 30 minutes in the NBA, the Game 18 edition of Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight. It was a matter of time before the injury bug bit. Neemias Queta has been an advanced metric darling. Celtics numbers on defense have plummeted with him off the floor. Today he'll be off the floor all day. How do the Celtics cope? As we break down this rematch with the white-hot Pistons, a humble 2-1 after they beat the Celtics the first week of the season. They lost their next game to the Cavs and haven't lost since. How are they doing this, and are they a legitimate threat to go to the finals? We'll take our trip around the NBA. CJ shoots down the Hawks. The Magic's backup point guard blacks out the Sixers. And Luka. Marcus Smart fed now for Luka. The Lakers up by 3 to long distance of Luka Magic. We'll check in with the head coach, Joe Mazzulla.
This is kind of what you prepare for throughout the entire season of getting guys ready for different opportunities, different positions, different things. And, tonight the game will tell us, how we need to respond.
But coming up next, in every game there is a seed of history. Sunday night it sprouted offensively for both the Celtics in the first half, then the Orlando Magic in the second half. At the end of the chaos, only one team was left standing or shooting. We'll look back. Jalen Brown fell down. Hugo Gonzalez trying to run. Little shovel pass for Minot. Runs right back on the line. Fires and hits. Are you kidding me? It's all coming up and more as we count it out of the Celtics and the East leading Detroit Pistons here at the Garden, trying to snap their win streak. Top of the hour on the BetMGM WRO.
Need to reduce carbon emissions in your business? ExxonMobil can help. As a global leader in carbon capture and storage, we're working to reduce industrial emissions, including those in our own operations, while helping businesses stay competitive. So you can focus on raising your ambitions while lowering your emissions. ExxonMobil, let's deliver.
Is your relationship with your bank in a rut? Might be time for someone new. At Navigant Credit Union, we offer better rates, fewer fees, and support that puts you first. Don't put it off. Join Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
We'll see you courtside, Boston.
Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR after the game.
Yeah, we don't really have a guy to replace what Nimi does for us, and so it's got to be just a group effort. Obviously, X, Luka, Chris, they're gonna get a bigger chance, and we're gonna need a lot from them. But it's also on us. We don't have Nimi back there to kind of take out some of the problems or the mistakes we make on the perimeter. So it's gonna be a team effort, rebound and everything. So hopefully he comes back as quickly as possible. But we all got to step up.
And that team effort will be anchored, at least in the middle, by Luka Garza, who will get the start for Neemias Queta against the East-leading Detroit Pistons here this afternoon. Probably our first ever Wednesday afternoon game. Thanks for hanging out with us. Our special guest will join us shortly. In the meantime, let's get you caught up on what is happening. Luka Garza was named the starter. This literally has happened in the last 30 seconds. So Luka Garza not only gets his first start for the Celtics against his former team, he'll do it against Jalen Duren, who right now is having an all-NBA start to his year as the Pistons now have won 13 in a row, trying to set the franchise record with a win here today. And it is an NBA Cup game, so we have a lot of things going on in a small amount of time. We've been talking about the numbers. We have tweeted the numbers. With Neemias Queta on the floor this year, the Celtics have been essentially the best defensive team in the NBA, giving up basically just a point per possession, 41% from the floor, 34% from three. Those are elite defensive numbers. Keep in mind, for perspective, I don't want to get too wonky because it gets bogged down, especially if you're dealing with traffic right now. But to give up 1 point per possession, when OKC right now at 1.03 is lapping the field. Nobody else is less than 1.1, which is essentially 110. There's a huge gap right now between OKC and the second best defensive team in the league, and the Celtics with Queta on the floor have been better. But obviously without him, they've been one of the worst defensive teams. And that is what they're dealing with here as they go into this game without Neemias Queta and Luka Garza starting in his place with Pritchard, White, Jaylen Brown, and Jordan Walsh. All right, before we look ahead to the matchup with the Pistons, who 23 months ago came into this building on a 27-game losing streak, had a huge lead over the eventual world champion Boston Celtics. Were losing that game. That would be the final game they would lose in that streak. They left this building 2-29 on the year to start 2 years ago. Now they are leading the Eastern Conference right now and starting to pull away with it. Before we look ahead to the matchup, why they've done everything they have done, and introduce you to my partner for the night, our special guest. We look back to the game here on Sunday against the Orlando Magic. We're going to play without Paolo Banchero. They're going to play without Wendell Carter. It was going to be difficult on paper for Orlando. Little did we know we'd see one of the greatest offensive shows on both sides in Celtics history. Home white, green letters and numbers. They'll go left to right. Orlando wearing their alternate jerseys, black uniforms tonight. White letters and numbers, white pinstripes. Homage to the old school expansion Magic jerseys. The little blue trim up top, the word Magic on the front of the jersey. Both Pritchard and Brown have hit a lot more of those tough mid-rangers than you'd think they would. Here's Jaylen getting in deep onto Silva. Spins, little pump fake, and scores off the glass.
Boy, he's driving right into traffic then.
6-4 Boston by 2. Derek White pressured by Bain. Pritchard finds Jordan Walsh cutting in. Two-hand slam. Wagner too late to get there.
Good job by Jordan Walsh. What he did, just one right. God, letting this guy walk all over the place.
Magic with the ball, down by 3. Entry in the paint. The Silva shovels it out to Robinson. He's open. He'll try that 3 and hit it. Orlando Robinson getting the start. 2 for 2. Puts in the hands of Pritchard. Ahead of Jaylen Brown. Going to throw to the corner. Waiting there is Simons. His 3 is money. Timeout, Jamal Mosley, who left yesterday's game against New York and he wasn't feeling well. That's not going to make him feel any better. 3 straight from distance for the Celtics. Derek White cross court for Simons. Return to Derek White straight away. Celtics lead was 9, now it is 4. Simons, left-hand dribble, pulls up, feels the contact on Kane, runs it in from the right elbow. Score on the foul.
Count that one. Went right to the arm. The defender had the arm down. Bring the ball up into the arms of the defender. Soft touch, good look. Splash.
Missed free throw, but an offensive rebound. Robinson hands to Wagner, steps to the corner, long 2, no good. Rebound, Hugo Gonzalez. Jaylen Brown fell down. Hugo Gonzalez trying to run. Little shovel pass for Minot. Runs right back on the line, fires and hits. Are you kidding me? Josh Minot acting like Steph out there. Jaylen Brown gets the screen from Minot, attacks the right side, elevates, scores off the window, and the foul. Tuesday is arms and back.
Man, Hercules. Oh, he went right through the body.
Celtics scored nearly 1.6 points per possession in the first half. Derek White takes a handoff from Jaylen Brown and just buries an open 3.
Now, that is a shot he was hitting consistently for the last couple of years.
Josh Minot spinning on Robinson. Pump fake, spins back to his right and scores. What is going on with Josh Minot tonight?
Somebody, build a fire under you like that, you're going to take advantage.
He is 6 for 6. He's got 14 points in 12 minutes. Derek White, bounce pass. Hauser sneaks in behind everybody. Air Hauser with the 2-hand slam. Did he promise you he was going to make one of those?
No, not one of them, buddy.
112-92. Celtics by 20. Boston by 14. 4.5 to go exactly if you're syncing up. Jett Howard against Jaylen Brown. Little pull-up, contested jumper is good. My goodness. Now they can't miss. Richardson and Howard have combined to go 8 of 16 from 3. Side of the bounds, Derek White. No look for Pritchard. Lays it up and in with the left hand, and that will do it. Mom Mosley going to call timeout for this young team so they can run something. Peyton Pritchard to bring it to the front court and dribble out the clock. Boy, it got dicier than you thought it could possibly get. But the Celtics survive it. The 80-point first-half offensive barrage holds up. And the Celtics take advantage of Orlando's schedule, Orlando's absences, and they go back over 500 with the East leading Pistons coming to town. The final score, Boston 138, Orlando 129. And as a result, the Celtics find themselves in a three-way tie right now for the 8th spot in the Eastern Conference, tied with Chicago and Philadelphia, one game over 500 at 9-8. Milwaukee, playing without Giannis, continues to stumble. They have now fallen 2 games under 500, and they are on the outside looking in right now of the top 10 in the play-in situation in the Eastern Conference. It seems a little silly to talk about 18 games into the year, but why the heck not? Now, how wild was the game on Sunday? It's been 30 years that we've had what's called the play-by-play era in the NBA, where they're able to keep track of things like offensive rating, defensive rating. The Celtics have played 2,326 games in that span. The game on Sunday was the first time that both teams ended up in the 99th percentile. 2,326 games. It was the 11th worst defensive game for the Celtics in that era, the 14th best offensive game. So wild offense, obviously, on both sides in that game as the Celtics. And by the way, it has continued for Orlando, the way they blew out Philadelphia the other night. And here's our fun little Paul Harvey rest of the story payoff. Jet Howard became the 27th opposing player, Juwan Howard's son, in Celtics history to score 30 points off the bench in regulation. The last one to do it, March of 2021, playing for Toronto, Chris Boucher. Go figure. All right, the Player to Bank On is brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank. Managing your business just got a whole lot easier with CSB's new partner services. Process payments, manage payroll, and enjoy online banking. Get started at clintonsavings.com. Member FDIC, DIF. And if Max were here, he would certainly talk about Luka Garza, who will get his first start. He will do it against a team he started in the NBA with, the Detroit Pistons, and he will do it against the guy who right now, through 17 games in the 15-2 start for Detroit, is headed for the All-Star game in Jalen Duren. The offensive numbers, interestingly enough, are the ones that are affected. Defensively, Detroit has been good this year. They are third in the NBA in defense, but that hasn't changed with Duren on and off the floor because Isaiah Stewart has been reliable defensively. But their offensive numbers have cratered without Duren on the floor because Cade Cunningham hasn't had the extra threat. Cade Cunningham obviously having a big year. Duncan Robinson was struggling when we saw Detroit that first weekend of the year. He has turned into an elite shooter now in the league. Max's keys to the game is brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers. Adventure more, worry less with a versatile 2025 Honda Accord. Learn more at newengland.hondadealers.com. And were Max were here, he would probably talk about Luka Garza's early minutes against Jalen Duren. He would talk about not letting Detroit get going, but mostly Abby Chin, who slides into the big seat that he has to. You can join any time.
I was just going to ask, do I need to have keys to the game?
So extraordinarily casual about the way we do things on this side. We just come and go as you please. But you witnessed, as we all witnessed, Detroit bludgeoning the Celtics on the glass during that first weekend of the season when they were struggling. They had the bad game in New York. Then they go build a big lead in Detroit. So rebounding obviously is a huge key, which puts a ton on Luka Garza. I've just spent the last 20 minutes running the numbers for everybody with Garza on the floor as opposed to Keita. But talk about baptism by fire.
No kidding. I just walked by Luka Garza's father. I think he will be fired up for this game. I think, mostly blocked out that game in Detroit and was focused more on the pregame meal. Very excited about that.
Yeah, pizza.
Little Caesars Arena.
Pizza.
The best in the league. But yes, the boards are going to be an issue tonight.
Yeah, and with Detroit obviously playing the way they have played, and there's a couple of different elements here. First, Detroit not only going for a franchise record as far as the winning streak is concerned, you'd say, well, the Celtics are shorthanded. This could be tough. Well, at least Detroit doesn't have motivation to run up the score. Oh, wait a minute. They do have motivation to run up the score because this is an NBA Cup game, and even though the Celtics are in theory and in practice about to be officially mathematically eliminated, Detroit just watched Orlando score 140 points last night in Philadelphia. And while in theory I don't want to get too wonky again with all of you driving, it doesn't matter as far as the group is concerned because those two teams, Orlando and Detroit, will play each other on Friday. But the loser of that game is going to be 3-1, and therefore you're going to want to have a high differential to win the tiebreaker. So Detroit should be licking their chops at an opportunity not only to get the franchise record, but if they get a chance to stick the Celtics, they're going to stick them to them.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. There is at least the Pistons could still win the group without having to win the point differential because of the tiebreaker against Orlando. They will have that win over Orlando. So they'll win the group. They could maybe pull back a little bit.
Does your timeline get filled with all the people that say, I don't care about the NBA Cup?
Well, Joe Mazzulla, in fact.
Of course he does.
With me pregame, I said, you like the tournament? And he said, nope. This is a regular season game.
Well, as I often remind everybody that fills our timeline with tweets about how they don't care about it. If you take the time to tweet about how much you don't care about it, spoiler alert, you care about the NBA.
You know what? The players care because it's a $530,000 bonus.
And you and I care because we don't know what our schedule looks like
for
the next couple of weeks, which we'll find out late on Friday.
We'll find out sooner, right? If they don't make the
late
tournament.
night Friday into Saturday, we'll find out what the remaining schedule will be for the Celtics in the month of December. Still to come, Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight. Our conversation with Joe Mazzulla about filling the Neemias Queta void, obviously in this game today, and those 10 or 15 things that he always talks about, how many of those do we actually see in real time versus having to look at film to determine? We will cover that. We'll take our trip around the NBA with high scores last night because of the NBA Cup, including Orlando. This historic offensive week going on without Paolo Banchero. That's starting to get a little bit interesting for them. But when we return, we've got headlines. Gaz's got them for you here, all leading to the Celtics and the Pistons on the BetMGM WR.
Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Sports Hub headlines.
The Patriots injury report is out ahead of their Monday night game against the Giants, and the big news is Will Campbell is headed to the IR, so he could return Week 18 against the Dolphins. Other notables on the injury report were Jelani Tavai and Jared Wilson. In some other NFL news, the Detroit Lions announced earlier today that center Frank Ragnow is coming out of retirement and will be ready to play sooner rather than later. Also in the NFC North, the Packers announced that running back Josh Jacobs will be back tomorrow for their game against the Lions. And the Bruins will wrap up their road trip tonight, taking on the Islanders. Ryan and Bob will have that call on 98.5 The Sports Hub starting at 6:30. I'm James Scaramuzzino. Grandy and Abby Chin will go around the NBA next on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
Early Black Friday deals are here at Lowe's with big savings on Samsung smart appliances. Right now, get up to 50% off, plus additional savings when you bundle select major appliances, including the Samsung Bespoke AI Vented Laundry Combo that washes and dries in 68 minutes without transferring loads. Visit Lowe's to save big on Samsung today. Offer ends 12/4. Selection varies by location. Select locations only. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
105.7 WROR. After the game.
Celtics and Pistons getting set to go on the NBA Cup green court here at the Garden. Luka Garza will get the start for PM EST this afternoon against Jalen Duren. Our trip around the NBA brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado, where dependability comes standard.
Actually misfires on the float. Get it up ahead. Black in transition. This time it's a no-doubter. Anthony Black takes flight.
The Orlando Magic, playing without Paolo Banchero, put up a huge offensive game the day before they came to Boston, beating the Knicks. They put up 1.33 points per possession in the loss here on Sunday, and then they go to Philadelphia last night. After scoring 70-plus in the second half against the Celtics, they get 80 in the first half against Philadelphia. They blow them out in an NBA Cup game to give them a crazy differential. Anthony Black had 31 as Orlando beats Philadelphia. Yeah, Wu is right, but now you get to start trouble because all of a sudden Orlando, without Banchero, remember in the playoffs last year when Banchero left the floor, they cratered. Yeah, trouble. This is where you start trouble. All of a sudden, Orlando, without Banchero, the ball's not stopping, and they're scoring like crazy.
Don't pile on to this. I think that team was responding to playing against the Celtics severely shorthanded without a big in sight, and went out there, had something to prove, and it was the NBA Cup, and couldn't be stopped.
All these teams that got off to great starts in the East, Chicago, Philadelphia, starting to lose some games. They're kind of coming back to earth. And this idea that, oh, they're better without Joel. They're not better without Joel.
That's my point. Paolo Banchero is a talent that Orlando is building around and will continue to build it.
The Lakers were not better without LeBron James, and they still got that other guy, too.
Marcus Smart now for Luka. The Lakers up by 3 to long distance. Long distance of Luka Magic.
43 for Luka Doncic. I think that was our guy Terry Gannon on Peacock last night as the Lakers beat the Clippers. The Clippers lose again, 135-118. Speaking of, why not focus and beat up some teams and kick them while they're down. Western Conference team that had big hopes this year. The Clippers and Dallas, both towards the bottom. The Clippers are now 5-13. Dallas is 5-14. And by the way, a team we're going to see Saturday in Minnesota, they have found a way to kick games away that is inconceivable. They have the opportunity to kind of jump towards the top of the West. And it's the Lakers who are taking advantage. And now it's the Lakers up there at the top.
I'm interested to see Anthony Edwards and that team working together. But the Clippers, to me, are the biggest surprise. And then you have Kawhi Leonard out there saying that they need more guys. They need more help and talent. And Kawhi, you're not even out there on the floor.
Would you say?
Why do you get to criticize what's going on the floor if you're not there?
You'd say that in this case, Kawhi is planting the seeds of trouble?
I mean,
did you get that one? Planting the trees.
I see. I have aspirations. Or no, excuse me. The Clippers had aspirations of a championship caliber season.
That Clipper thing
not
is
so much.
never not going to be funny. All right, the other game last night, Washington beat Atlanta 132-113. Atlanta is another team that's come back to the back. They had that great West Coast road trip. C.J. McCollum had 10 threes last night. He had 46 points in that game. High scorer for the Atlanta Hawks was a guy named Kristaps Porzingis in that game. That's still weird to see. It's weird to hear Marcus Smart in Laker highlights, and it's weird to say Kristaps Porzingis on the Atlanta Hawks.
But that's my question is, why does KP keep coming up in trade talks? Why is his name being floated out there?
Well, Atlanta, by the way, the Banchero situation in Orlando is going on in Atlanta because they had played very well without Trae Young. So there's this whole sort of revolution about the way teams are playing, obviously, in the NBA. San Antonio been playing without Wemby. They will be at Portland tonight. Games we'll be watching for you. Speaking of Anthony Edwards, Minnesota is at Oklahoma City. Celtics next game will be at Target Center on Saturday afternoon. New York and Charlotte, some NBA Cup games if you're into the biggest NBA Cup game is Milwaukee-Miami as far as winning that group because Milwaukee has been they've like owned the NBA Cup. This is like their thing that they do.
Did they hang a banner?
They may end up hanging a banner if they go back
the
to
Lakers hung a banner.
Final Four. They did.
But the league made them, right?
The league made them do it. I think that is the biggest reason. I don't know what your timeline looks like. The biggest reason I think a lot of you don't want the Celtics winning the NBA Cup is because you're afraid that there'll be pressure to put a banner up or something like that. It would never happen.
No, I just don't want to go to Las Vegas. Really? I have no interest.
Not even for a day or two?
No.
I'd say 4 or 5 days is too long to be.
Yeah.
Very too long to be in Las Vegas. All right, that's your trip around the NBA. We'd update you on the out-of-town scores, but surprisingly on Wednesday afternoon, there are no out-of-town scores.
First time this century the Celtics have had a 5 o'clock start on a weekday.
On a weekday, on a Wednesday afternoon. So, again, if you're wondering, a lot of people say, why are you playing at this wacky time? ESPN has the rights to an NBA Cup tripleheader today. So that's why they're doing 3 games. The first one here today with our buddy Mark Jones doing it on ESPN, the nationally televised game. And both these teams, neither one of them is that much against it because we get home early. It's Thanksgiving. The Pistons will be home in their beds before midnight tonight. So everybody is kind of signing
That's true,
off
and they're
on it.
coming off. This is their fourth of a 4-game trip, so they're ready to get home.
All right, Celtics and the Pistons coming up. We'll talk about it with Joe Mazzulla next on the BetMGM.
Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Now it's time for the coach's interview, but before that, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the WROR Celtics Radio Network.
Beasley Media Group's 105.7 WROR. WROR HD1. Framingham, Boston. 80s and more. More hits. More variety. Way more 80s.
Our conversation with the head coach is brought to you by Shaw's and Star Market. They make shopping, saving, and meal planning easier than ever. Download the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app or the Star Market Deals and Delivery app today. Now it's time for Grandy with the coach.
Basketball versus transition defense versus defending without fouling versus, and then I would say the non-marginal thing is, are we paying attention to details on player tendencies? On the offensive end, are we executing? I would say those two are kind of the non-marginal things of, you look at it, if it's a close game, or you look at a situation where you went on a spell without scoring, what was our execution like? Were we well spaced? Did we set the right screen? Did we run the play with the right timing? And then defensively, it's, did we do a good job guarding tendencies? Do we take away their actions?
And do those things, this is what I was curious, do they tend to happen more when you're, say, up by 20? Because we have for years talked about the human nature element of being up big or down big and why leads in this league constantly evaporate. And it made me wonder, where do those things manifest itself, and what distinguishes the human nature of being up by 20 versus what would be a normal mistake that you would make no matter what?
I think they get more magnified in a 20-point game because people are expecting it to go to 40 or 50. And if it goes to 8, then you were doing something quote unquote wrong. Sometimes it's just the nature of the run of the game, where we had a massive run in the second quarter, and you don't know when theirs is coming. But in that second half, those 10 or 15 possessions kind of came into player tendencies, shift activity. And I thought we had some good execution. We missed some easy ones, and then we made the plays down the stretch to win.
All right, every game is a puzzle, but obviously the biggest jigsaw piece today is no Nemi. We've talked quite a bit about the numbers when he's on and off, and today you got 48 minutes of him off. But I imagine with your specific roster, there are a lot of different ways you can skin this cat.
Yep, and the game will tell us what to do on that one, and I think that this is inevitable over the course of a season. Is you're going to deal with some type of injury or guys being out. You hope it's minimal and that it's not a lot of people, but this is kind of what you prepare for throughout the entire season of getting guys ready for different opportunities, different positions, different things. And tonight the game will tell us how we need to respond.
And it made me wonder about this because it's pretty clear you've kept to your word, no set rotation, guys are going to be in and out, and you said the game, as you just said again, is going to determine it. Is there any element of going to a guy before the game and saying this could be the way that you would go to a relief pitcher who maybe is going to pitch in the 6th inning against a certain team and say, hey, this could be your night, or is it completely cold?
It's completely cold, especially during the regular season, because I think, again, that may not be what the players prefer sometimes, or it may not be the best short-term approach, but at the end of the day, you want everybody coming into the building on game day getting their routine and getting their time as if they are going to directly impact the game on one end of the floor. And so, I think using the word could or, just kind of sets an expectation that may or might not be there. The expectation should be, when we come in, we all have to be ready because we all could impact the game, whether it's for 2 possessions or, for 42 minutes. And I think that professionalism, especially for young players or bench players, that professionalism and that routine, I think is kind of what prepares you for long term of your career.
They obviously, meaning the Pistons, are rolling right now, and I can't get over the fact that it was 23 months ago, which seems like the blink of an eye. They came in here on a 27-game losing streak. Speaking of games in which one team had a big lead that got away. Tonight, 13 straight wins for them, 2.5-game lead in the East. Why have they been so dramatically better?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you look back to that time when we played them, I think I said that these guys are a good team.
See it.
And it's just a result-oriented world. It's like, no, they couldn't possibly be a good team because they're losing. And, and it goes back to what we talk about all the time, the difference between losing 20 games in a row and losing 5 or whether you lose 20 games in a row, it could be 20 close games and those 10 possessions just didn't go your way. And I think to this point what you're seeing is just a maturation process of a lot of their guys. They've all just gotten better. Obviously well coached with Coach Biggerstaff there, but they've gotten better and better. They're winning close games. They're executing down the stretch. They got a physical, tough defense, and I think that night we were talking about, I think one of the things that they've gotten better at is they don't beat themselves, because of how they've grown.
Pretty good lesson for the guys in your room when you can talk to your blue in the face about how close you are to this and close you are to that, but all you have to do is look across the floor tonight and see how close they were.
No question. And I think I saw signs of that during that losing streak, and you're seeing the other side of that now.
Life lessons and more. Celtics and Pistons next on the BetMGM.
Your freezer just got the hottest new flavor. My Mochi Dubai Chocolate Ice Cream. My Mochi Dubai Chocolate is premium pistachio-flavored ice cream mixed with crunchy kadayif and chocolatey bits, all wrapped in chocolate-flavored dough. Creamy, crispy, and crazy delicious. My Mochi Dubai Chocolate Ice Cream is not just a snack, it's an experience. Discover My Mochi Dubai Chocolate Ice Cream today at Sam's Club. It's new, it's wild, and it's joyfully chill.
themselves until they drag the Celtics into deep fourth quarter water. Jaylen Brown gets the screen from Minot, attacks the right side, elevates, scores off the window, and the foul. Tuesday is arms and back.
Man, Hercules. Oh, he went right through the body.
The win pushed the Celtics back over 500, where the Pistons were a month ago, starting the season 2-2. They haven't lost since. 23 months ago, they arrived in Boston on a 27-game losing streak, the worst team in the NBA. Tonight, a franchise record, 13 straight wins, and the Eastern Conference lead. The shorthanded Celtics try to upset the NBA's hottest team, Celtics and Pistons. Next.
This is Boston Celtics basketball.
The 1957 season is over. The Celtics are the world champions.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks, Amica Insurance, your New England Honda dealers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
The ball game is over. The Celtics have won the world championship.
And by Delta Dental of Massachusetts, Brex, your New England Chevy dealers, Town Fair Tire, and by Comcast Business.
The Boston Celtics have won the world championship for the 15th time.
And by your New England Ford dealers, Wendy's, Clinton Savings Bank, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, and by your Boston area Lexus dealers.
It is Banner 17. The mission statement is mission accomplished. It is Banner 18. The mission demanded is mission accomplished.
Now, here's Sean Granty and Cedric Maxwell.
They got half right tonight, but we'll get to that. Starting lineups brought to you by Amica Insurance, exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Boston Celtics. The Detroit Pistons, as you know, are rolling. They tied the franchise record, 13 consecutive wins, 15-2, a 2.5-game lead in the Eastern Conference. Cade Cunningham right in the middle of all of it, paired with Duncan Robinson, the former Miami Heat shooter, Asar Thompson, Tobias Harris, and Jalen Duren on his way to the All-Star game. In the middle, the Celtics, not just Cedric Maxwell, Demias Cater will miss this game tonight. They'll sound like this.
Peyton Pritchard, University of Oregon.
Derek White, University of Colorado.
Jaylen Brown, California, Berkeley.
Jordan Walsh, University of Arkansas.
Luka Garza, University of Iowa.
And Luka Garza, welcome to the big time, as we welcome Abby Chin to the big time, sitting in for Cedric Maxwell here tonight. And I literally just said to Bill Chesson not 5 minutes ago, how many nights over the last 10 years have the Celtics been significant underdogs in a game, and there's something to be relished about that.
I don't know if I'd go that far, Sean. Relished?
Relish is, I mean, I'm trying to pump up the excitement.
It's the season of giving and thanks, being grateful for these things, but no, I'd rather be expected to win by double digits.
15
Absolutely.
This already sounds like an NBC Boston game. We're already talking about the point spread. It is a fascinating thing, especially when I know you remember the game 2 years ago when the Pistons were here. And what's so funny, that's why I wanted Joe Mazzulla to talk about it. They had so many nights during that losing streak where they were so close to winning, and you kept saying, how can that team with Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren and the young players and Ivy, who we'll see tonight was playing, how can they lose so many games in a row? But they were just that half a step away. And once they broke through, man, was they broken through.
I asked JB Bickerstaff about that pregame, what he saw in this group when he came in to take over. And he said that losing streak brought them closer than anything else ever could have. But when he showed up, he and his staff, they threw everything in the past out the window and started over, building towards this culture of winning. And I think we're starting to see the fruits of that labor now.
Ford F-150 first quarter presented by Ford. F-Series #1 selling pickup #1 truck in brand loyalty. Tonight's contestant Lindsey Cora, Bill Ricca. Boston goes up by 15 at any point in the first quarter. Lindsey wins the opportunity to see a game for the Ford Sports Desk end of the contest at 98.5 thesportshub.com. Celtics wearing the alternate black jerseys, green letters and numbers. They'll go left to right. Detroit wearing the home white tonight. Red numbers, blue letters. They will go right to left. Jalen Duren beats Luka Garza on the opening tip. And on the green NBA court with the NBA Cup, right in the middle of the floor, we are underway. Cade Cunningham enters to the veteran Tobias Harris, guarded by Derek White. Shuttle pass out to Duncan Robinson. Up fakes on Jaylen Brown, moves it back to Harris. Right corner three is no good. Rebound snatched down by Jaylen Brown. He's going to have to grab a lot of those today. Peyton Pritchard quickly into the front court. They're going to attack Duncan Robinson. He gets to 12 feet. Doesn't want that fall-away jumper. Instead, kicks back to Jaylen Brown, who fumbles the dribble. Thompson has to steal the outlet to Tobias Harris. Results in an immediate foul. 31 seconds in on Jaylen Brown.
Jalen has been so good this season, not turning the ball over. I hate to see it start like that for him.
And pick up fouls, as that's been a problem as well. He said, I'm going to stop talking to the officials. And he got into foul trouble in the Brooklyn game, picked up 5 fouls.
You can feel the frustration whenever he's asked about it. and there's really no answer except to stop talking about it.
Jordan Walsh will get the Cade Cunningham assignment here at the start. Derek White switches onto him on the dribble handoff from Tobias Harris. Cunningham throws that left shoulder in, kicking out the Harris around into the corner for a Duncan Robinson three.
How many times have we seen him do that?
Not nearly enough for the Miami Heat's liking, particularly in those Game 7 situations where Duncan Robinson kept missing shots over and over again. But he was one of those guys. He holds your breath when he releases it. Garza finds Pritchard, turns the corner, free throw line, lobs a pass to the corner, waiting Jordan Walsh, three in the air. A little bit too strong, and the rebound is the first of what should be many for Jalen Duren today. Cade Cunningham. Now, Detroit has been winning games. They have not been dominant. Cunningham spins, kick to the corner. Harris's three, way off. Air ball hit Duren, goes out of bounds, and the Celtics will get it. A +7 scoring differential is really solid. It's very good, but it doesn't go with a 15-2 record. They have been easily the best clutch team in the NBA. Their clutch numbers are terrifying.
Which, as you pointed out, very different from that team that lost 28 straight.
And that's why the margin is so thin. Peyton Pritchard. Guarded by Star Thompson. That's going to be a tough matchup for Peyton Pritchard. Garza comes out, sets the screen. Right-hand dribble from Pritchard around Duren. Jump pass into the left corner. Derek White has a good look at it. Three, though, rims out. Offensive rebound, Peyton Pritchard against Jalen Duren. Moves it back to Derek White and relocates into the right corner. Misses another open three. Another offensive rebound. Jordan Walsh misses from 12 feet away. Garza can't control it. Cade Cunningham does. Celtics are 0 for 4 to begin the game. Lead for Duren behind Jaylen Brown. Two-hand slam. Jalen pulled away because he couldn't pick up the second foul.
Oh, man. 3 offensive rebounds the Celtics pulled down and couldn't cash in.
Far cry from the game in Detroit. Jalen switches to the left-hand, drives into Duren, scoops it up, no good. Late foul call. Dennis Schroeder's got the foul on Duren, and Jaylen Brown will get free throws.
He let the official know that time. He definitely got hit on the arm. So the not talking maybe doesn't apply while he's on the floor. Maybe it's just post-game.
There's always one in the course of it. He's playing a very physical game. That's why we talked about Jalen not missing time. And his minutes actually are down. But obviously he's played every game. And you're sort of feeling that inevitable, when is he going to sit a game? Because while a lot of guys are running up and down the floor and shooting threes, Jalen's playing games like an NFL running back in terms of the amount of contact.
On both ends, not just the offensive end. And so I agree with you, but I mean, he's like Jason Tatum in that way. You're going to have to force him to sit for him to sit unless there is an injury that forces him.
He gets the free throws to open the scoring for the Celtics. 5-2 Detroit. 2 minutes and 20 seconds in. Cunningham, left-hand dribble around Jordan Walsh. Got all the way to the cup and then missed the layup. Garza the rebound. Pritchard floats it ahead. Jaylen Brown, left side, going to drive into Duncan Robinson. Floats it up, blocked by Tobias Harris on the help defense. Long rebound comes all the way out to Derek White. Another offensive board. Big story of the game in Detroit. Pistons had 18 offensive rebounds that afternoon. Right-hand dribble, Jaylen Brown pumps it, takes Duncan Robinson and draws the foul.
Back to Jalen. I don't think, as you mentioned, but that you can overstate what he's doing for this team this season, both on and off the floor. But he has made it a point for himself to be out there every single game for this team. And he's set a standard for himself, and he's living up to it game in and game out.
And the stretches for Jalen have been times that the Celtics have needed somebody to drag them to the surface, and he has done that. That's another free throw here.
Getting to the line twice in the first 3 minutes. Not bad for JB. Especially, I mean, the Celtics have had trouble drawing fouls this season.
To that point, they are dead last in the NBA in free throw attempts. The Pistons are fourth. But Celtics have the first 4 here, and that's why they're within 1, 5-4, despite missing all 5 of their shots. Jalen Duren deep on the left side against Garza. Going to switch to the right-hand attack, and here comes Derek White from the backside to swat the shot away. Jordan Walsh for Derek White. Bounce pass into the corner. Pritchard shut off by Cunningham. Floats it out to an open Jaylen Brown. Up fakes the 3 and pushes it out towards Jordan Walsh, and his 3 is good.
If Jordan Walsh can develop into a legitimate 3-and-D guy for this Celtics team, that will be huge for him in the future.
He's shooting 40% from 3, and he's gained so much confidence. Duren hands off to the cutter. Thompson gets fouled in close, and he'll go to the line with a chance to tie.
And that's something Jordan tells us all the time. Every minute that he's out there on the floor, every touch he has, every shot that goes down, he's building confidence. My favorite story about him this season is that he has moved into the seat next to Jaylen Brown on the team plane. Used to be Kristaps Porzingis, but now that he's gone, Jordan just kind of slid in there. Did give Jaylen the window back, but early on, Jaylen told Jordan, we are going to need a guy who can defend the opponent's best player night in and night out, and Jaylen said, I believe that can be you. And Jordan took that to heart, and in his preparation is playing to be that guy.
You have to find your place in the league, and that's what a lot of the Pistons on that team 2 years ago are still trying to do. Billy Thompson, who gets 1 or 2 free throws here. Celtics lead 7-6. Still have not made a shot 3.5 minutes in. They made the one shot for Jordan Walsh, that first three. Have not made a 2-point shot yet. Derek White, left-hand dribble, kick out Pritchard. Had a good look at it, puts it back in his pocket. Thompson knocked it away, and it was kicked by Pritchard out of bounds. Detroit ball. Second turnover. The Celtics have been elite, far and away the best turnover team in the league. Points they give away at the free throw line, they've been getting back off turnover margin. Cade Cunningham floats to the Durham free throw line, extra pass into the right corner. Duncan Robinson jumps into a three, bounces a little bit short. Walsh and Garza battle each other for the rebound, and eventually it's going to go out of bounds. Celtics will get it. As Asar Thompson got in the passing lane, but that was a little dicey. Got guys playing together who haven't played a lot of minutes.
The effort is there. You can't question the effort so far.
Derek White angles to his left, floats to the Jaylen Brown against Duran. Jaylen, the jab step, he's going to try the three. Nope, short, rebound Thompson. Filling Duran's spot. Those Thompson twins are a terror. Shuttle pass.
Talented.
Off for Cade Cunningham. Detroit and Houston have both been elite of elite. Cade Cunningham draws the foul, turned Derek White around, and Cade Cunningham will get free throws, and he's been doing that at a high rate this year. 8 free throw attempts a game.
Cade Cunningham, the guy who sets the culture for this Pistons team, was not happy. Even though the Pistons tied the franchise record for 13 straight wins, was inconsolable in the locker room afterwards because he felt like they didn't play the kind of basketball he believes they should be playing.
It's the first free throw here. It was just obvious from the first time we saw him this was going to be a special player. And then he had that injury problem. Celtics actually were out there. I think when it was his second year when he was going to miss a lot of time. And all of a sudden, it's like, what's going to go on with this guy? But he's been healthy, and he's been so good.
So good. Fun to watch. The command of the game.
Gets the free throws. 8-7 Detroit with the lead. 4.5 minutes in. Peyton Pritchard. Over to his left. Swings back to Jaylen Brown. Right side three. Circles the rim. Rim spits it out into the hands of Asar Thompson. Thompson, long lead pass, a little too far for Duran. And Jaylen Brown picks it off. Celtics trying to run the other way. Jaylen Brown picked up by Tobias Harris. Spins on him, drives down the right side, hangs in the air, kicks to the corner. Garza checks his feet, fires a three, and misses it badly. Rebound Tobias Harris. Garza shot the three pretty well. Harris coming up the left side, no one stopped the ball. Lead for Thompson, pushes into the corner. Awkward pass, Robinson has it, gathers himself, and it's a tough off-balance three. 6 straight for the Pistons, they lead by 4. Jaylen Brown bumping with Cade Cunningham. Ducks the shoulder. Kicks back out to Jordan Walsh. They reset with Pritchard. Turns, squares, fires. Three is way off. And the rebound for Cunningham. Celtics are 1 for 10 to begin the game. Cunningham bounce pass late. Duran in behind Garza. Right hand slam. Timeout Joe Mazzulla. Celtics hung around here for a while without making a shot, but eventually 1 for 10 is going to be trouble. Pistons have run off 8 straight to grab the lead. 6:37 to go. Opening quarter at the Garden. Detroit 13, Boston 7 on the BetMGM WR.
.com/Boston. Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Celtics down by 6, 13-7. 6:37 to go in the first quarter. Celtics basketball presented by Amica Insurance. At Amica, they build a game plan with you in mind. Visit Amica.com to learn more about their award-winning customer service. We get to kick our shoes off a little bit and stretch our legs with these ESPN timeouts, which makes it even better that Abby Chin is here to hang out with us. And we're going to get a little Amari Williams here.
All right. Amari, who's been lighting it up in the G League.
That has
for
Ron
the Maine
Harper,
Celtics.
by the way.
Yes. Ron Harper, 46 points the other night. Maine Celtics record. But yes, Amari Williams, great passer, great vision. I think he looked a little lost in those preseason minutes we saw. I'm interested to see what that run up in the G League is doing for him.
His third game in the NBA, he's played 7 minutes. in the first two. He and Sam Hauser will enter the game, so will Baylor Shireman. They play with Jaylen Brown and Peyton Pritchard.
Celtics lucky to be in this thing. 1 for 10 from the floor, 1 for 8 from 3. But their defense helping them hang around.
Really, it's a rebound. You're getting those offensive rebounds. And the Pistons do not have a single offensive rebound yet off their 5 misses, which was how the big lead got away. Celtics every Sunday so far this year, they have played a game in which basically they've led by 20, and they've either held on or not. Peyton Pritchard's dribble is kicked away out of bounds by Asar Thompson. Celtics will keep it with 15 to shoot. And there's Amari Williams. Amari Williams and Luka Garza drawing the Jalen Duren assignment. Duren came in the league. He was the youngest player in the league his rookie year. Came in at 19. Entry by Hauser, punched away by Asar Thompson.
That's what I feel like. He's been in the league forever. He's only 22 years old.
He's the next Steven Adams. We're going to say, wait a minute, he's only 28?
In conversations for most improved player. So already this
He's going to be in conversations for a lot of awards at the end of the year. Jaylen Brown driving against Thompson. They double team on the baseline. He shoots over it. He forced that. No good. And Duren has the rebound. Duren offensive end. Looking at Amari Williams. Reaching out for the basketball. So we'll throw back to Cade Cunningham. He's going to attack Shireman. Flip to the corner. Thompson waiting. Sets himself. 3 look good, but rims out. Rebound. Pritchard deflects it to himself. Jaylen Brown up the middle of the floor. Isaiah Stewart in the game. After Jaylen Brown's going to attack. Draws the contact. Fall away is no good, but on an afternoon, the Celtics have started 1 of 11 and 1 of 8 from 3. Jaylen Brown will get his 3rd trip already to the free throw line in the first 6 minutes.
playing with that force, that defines Jaylen Brown.
So
far this season, he has not been able to get to the line like this.
We've mentioned Joe's opinion. We've mentioned fans' opinion. What do you think of the NBA Cup?
I like the floor currently.
They're all different, right? I mean, you get those Chicago floors, and it looks like the Seinfeld episode when they got the chicken place across the street. Everything is like bright red and orange, and you can't breathe.
I'm not sure you need to change it every year. But as this is purely selfish reasons, I love the cup because it gives us something to talk about.
Different.
Something different. I feel like you could push it a little later in the season and make intrigue. I feel like teams right now are still trying to figure themselves out. And then if you throw them into this heightened competition, kind of exacerbates any issues that are already going on.
Jaylen misses the second free throw. He got the first, so we're at 13-8. Pistons by 5 on the ball. Cade Cunningham trying to turn on Sam Hauser. Throws the right shoulder to him, spins back to his right, floats it up, blocked from the backside by Amari Williams, but he got there late. It's going to be goaltending. Give it to Cade Cunningham.
I don't mind the thought. I don't mind the effort. I don't mind.
Joe won't mind it either.
No. The position, I mind a little bit.
It hit the glass. It was on its way up, and it had hit the glass. Jaylen Brown against Duren. Out of the letter O, the big Boston on the center court. Drives on Duncan Robinson, gets to 8 feet, elevates. Tough shot, no good. Offensive rebound out of nowhere comes Air Hauser to deflect it in.
Sam coming off his first dunk of the season.
Pull up
feeling the hop.
3 for Duncan Robinson is no good. Amari Williams grabs the rebound. 15-10. Celtics down by 5. Jaylen Brown looking at beef stew. Up fake, doesn't go for it. Picked up his dribble, throws a bounce pass out to Pritchard. Celtics will reset. 10 on the shot clock. Pritchard dribbles back behind his back, steps back behind the line and drills a 3. Right in the face of Karis LeVert.
If Jaylen Brown plays like a linebacker, Beef Stew looks like a linebacker.
Celtics are 3 of 14, but they only trail by 2, 15-13. 4:46 to go in the first. Karis LeVert has some big games against the Celtics. Drives, runs it off the window. Again, over the attempted block of Amari Williams. Offensive rebound, though. Kick back to Robinson. Shuttles it to Cunningham for 3.
The ball movement you're seeing from the Pistons. What they want to do, I feel like watching them, they play a lot of ISO as well.
So much confidence right now. And they didn't have a great opening week. Jaylen Brown pulls up at the free throw line. His jumper comes up short. Rebound Stewart. Quick outlet Cade Cunningham. He's got to step on everybody. Goes the distance. 2-hand slam. Celtics could not react to the missed shot. And the Pistons score in transition. They push the lead to 7.
A few of their buckets have come in transition. Celtics overall doing a good job getting back, but it's a relentless pressure from the Pistons right now.
20-13. And remember, the element of the NBA Cup here for the Pistons is they want to win by as many as they possibly can. They got the big game with Orlando Friday. Pritchard turns the corner, drives. He got bumped on the way in.
Oh, Tommy's favorite, Tony Brothers in the house.
Well, he had a lot of favorites.
That's true. A lot of people liked him as well.
Jenna Schroeder never got the honor of working a game that Tommy was calling.
No, not many female refs when Tommy was calling games.
But we don't talk about Violet Palmer here on this side because statute of limitations hasn't officially worn out yet. Anthony Simons is in the game today. Some pseudo news, but not really, about Anthony Simons today. Jaylen Brown down the right side. He beats everybody as Ron Holland got picked off. Jaylen gets to the cup and scores 20-15. Jaylen again trying to carry the Celtics. That's his first field goal. He had missed his first 6. 20-15. He's got 7 of the 15 points. Holland in the corner. Mari Williams plays off and push pass back to Cade Cunningham. Drives on Shireman, scoops and scores. That's just a tough matchup for Baylor Shireman. Tough matchup for a lot of people, but Cade Cunningham piling it on. He has 11 in the first quarter.
Feels like he's gaining confidence, too.
22-15, Detroit by 7. Here's Anthony Simons, step back 3 on Levert. No, but away from the ball. Looked like Isaiah Stewart pushed Amari Williams and fouled him, and that should be free throws for Amari Williams. I think that puts Detroit over the limit.
Anthony Simons coming off back-to-back 20-plus games for the first time as a member of the Celtics. Joe Mazzulla told us the other night he has been on Anthony to be aggressive from the moment he comes in. That's a huge adjustment for Simons, who's used to starting the game, being the point guard, running offense, and as he tells us over and over, trying to get the feel for the game first, see how defenses are going to guard him. But that is an adjustment he's got to make here with the Celtics.
Our first look at Amari Williams shooting free throws here has that very unusual release with the left hand where he basically lets go of the ball early with 2 hands and has it in just the 1 hand for about a second and a half. Amari Williams wearing the number 77. Puts it back in the left hand, then pulls the right hand away. He got the first, misses the second. 22-16, Detroit by 6. 3:16 to go in the first. Now Jaden Ivey missed the start of the year, recovering from that calamitous injury last year. Levert bounce pass for the cutter. Nobody picks up Holland. He's in behind everybody for the easy 2. And the lead now goes to 8. 24-16. Simons bounce pass in the paint. Ball knocked away from Amari Williams. He turns it over. Ron Holland drops back to the trailer. Levert works his way in the paint. Little no look into the corner. Ivey sets his feet. This is the open 3 on the rebound for Jaylen Brown.
I think Jaden Ivey too open for comfort to knock that shot down.
Pistons style it a little bit with some really inexperienced combination on the floor for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown drives, lays it up with the right hand. No good. Good job by Stewart to pull away and not foul. 4-on-4 the other way. Ivey steps back away from Amari Williams, bricks the 3. Rebound, Stewart keeps it alive, and on the second tap, pushes it back up and in, and that's enough for Joe Mazzulla.
Celtics have been working so hard on the boards. Hard to maintain for 48 minutes.
11-3 is the latest run. Celtics trail by 10. 2:25 to go opening quarter. Detroit 26, Boston 16 on the BetMGM WR.
Your freezer just got the hottest new flavor. My Mochi Dubai Chocolate Ice Cream. My Mochi Dubai Chocolate is premium pistachio-flavored ice cream mixed with crunchy kadayif and chocolatey bits, all wrapped in chocolate-flavored dough. Creamy, crispy, and crazy delicious. My Mochi Dubai Chocolate Ice Cream is not just a snack, it's an experience. Discover My Mochi Dubai Chocolate Ice Cream today at Sam's Club. It's new, it's wild, and it's joyfully chill.
Turn laundry day into less work with Lowe's early Black Friday savings on Whirlpool laundry pairs. Right now, get up to 50% off select major appliances. Plus, get up to an additional 25% off when you buy 2 or more select major appliances. Whirlpool helps keep your busy day moving, even on laundry day. So shop early Black Friday savings today at Lowe's. Valid 11/5 through 12/3. Selection varies by location. Savings vary based on purchase amount. See Lowe's.com for details.
Most people would rather remove a nest of irate hornets than search for auto and home insurance. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. I think I'll wait inside.
It's the season to come together over your holiday favorites at Starbucks. Warm up with a creamy caramel brulee latte, get festive with an iced gingerbread chai, or share a velvety peppermint mocha. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks.
Your freezer just got the hottest new flavor. My Mochi Dubai Chocolate Ice Cream. My Mochi Dubai chocolate is premium pistachio-flavored ice cream mixed with crunchy kadayif and chocolatey bits, all wrapped in chocolate-flavored dough. Creamy, crispy, and crazy delicious. My Mochi Dubai chocolate ice cream is not just a snack, it's an experience. Discover My Mochi Dubai chocolate ice cream today at Sam's Club. It's new, it's wild, and it's joyfully chill.
Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR.
After the game.
Celtics trail by 10, 26-16 with 2:25 to go in the first quarter. Taking a picture of the Luka Garza, Anthony Simons Jumbotron thing, which I will tweet because I have a feeling Abby and I are going to jump into this. I would say it's best sides, but turkey's on there.
No, turkey's included, and dessert as well.
I feel like you didn't ask the question this year, but that has been your question in years past. It's been of the coach or any pregame thing you were doing about favorite side.
Joe Mazzulla?
Yeah, well, I mean, Thanksgiving's not fun. I don't want to have any fun. I thought...
I know better than that.
You and I haven't talked about this yet, but I thought his answer to the question on Kids Day from the kid was as Joe Mazzulla an answer as a Joe Mazzulla answer has ever been.
Well, we got an entire profile on it from
Zero fun,
Jay
sir.
King.
That was Remember the Titans. All right, Simons, Pritchard, Minot, finally in the game with Shireman and Hauser. With the Celtics down by 10, 2:09 to go in the first quarter. Pritchard in the corner, gets the screen from Hauser, switches to the left hand, drives on Holland, kicks out of the last second. Shireman up, fakes a three, has to take a fall away late in the shot clock, and he hits it. Oh my.
Baylor Shireman nails the grenade.
He has, and it's very difficult to do this in limited action, shot a very high percentage from three to start this year. He's now 10 of 18, believe it or not, as Simons reaches in and fouls Stewart. Last foul, I call it on Shireman. Last foul Celtics have to give.
With the struggles the Celtics have had from three so far this season, that is a bright light.
So thanks for hanging out with us out on the road. Hope traffic's not too bad. Bounce entry in the paint. Isaiah Stewart's got traffic in the paint, but he's going to get fouled again. Now the Celtics are over the limit. See if they got Hauser or Minot. It's on Hauser. One of the great nicknames in the NBA. Beef Stew. Isaiah Stewart will go to the line.
Are you a fan of the lawnmower for Josh Minot?
I like to reserve. I'll tell you what, I do love Garzilla for Luka Garza. Isaiah Stewart, this is the first free throw. Yeah, but he's had it for a while. He's kind of grown into it. I mean, there's only so much. I think I've made a reference when he had the big game. I think it was in Orlando to Luka Magic East. He's going to miss both free throws here. And the Celtics can't get the rebound. Holland does. Kicks out to Ivy. He is all alone. Three comes up short. Rebound pulled down by Pritchard. Pritchard has rebounded for his size exceptionally well. Stop and start. Turns Stewart around. Kicks to the left corner. Shireman. Up fake. Steps into the baseline. He's in pretty close. So he floats it up with the left hand and scores.
The boys of Baylor Shireman reading the defense, making the right read.
Celtics are within 5 here, 26-21. Turn to the corner, driving in deep, reversing it up was Levert. No good, but the offensive rebound put back up and in by Levert. 28-21. First touch for Josh Minot, who played with outrageous confidence against Orlando the other day. Pritchard, there's the step back. Three is in the air. It's good. Levert walked right into that.
But that's a hard no from you on the lawnmower nickname.
Yeah, I would think so. That's kind of a rough one. Jaden Ivey, got a great backstory. His mom basically taught him the game, was coach at Purdue. Ivey against Anthony Simons. Simons trying to stay in front of him. Ivey ducks the shoulder, drives strong on the right side. Pump fake. Simons doesn't go for it. Whips it to the far corner. Holland going to attack the paint. Pump fake. Tough shot over Minot is good. That's good defense for Minot. Just a crazy shot going in.
Jaden Ivey, his mom now the head coach of the women's team at Notre Dame.
Pritchard drives, kicks to the corner. Minot three, rims out, and Stewart has the rebound.
But he missed a year of basketball. A broken leg and then a knee injury.
Final 15 seconds of the first quarter. Detroit by 6. Remember, it was the Celtics who went on the road and had the big lead early in the game in Detroit. Game 3 of the season. Entry, Stewart drives on Pritchard, slaps down the ball, knocks it free, out of bounds. Off Detroit. So the Celtics will get it with 2.6 to go. Can they get a shot away? Shireman looking for Pritchard, lobs it ahead dangerously. Pritchard has got it. He's in traffic. He spins. He releases a crazy three. It's no good. Minot caught it in close, missed the putback anyway. Would have been too late. And that will do it for the first quarter. Celtics trying to find their way without the Miaskeda here after a very slow start of 1 for 10. They end up shooting 30% in the first quarter, get back within 6. End of 1, Detroit 30, Boston 24 on a BetMGM, WROR Celtics Radio Network.
Now on Audible.
Is this real, or has this been happening inside my head?
Of course it is happening inside your head, Harry. Why on earth should that mean that it is not real?
Are you really Harry Potter?
Our new celebrity.
Harry, you're a great wizard, you know.
Harry Potter, the boy who lived.
Harry Potter, like you've never heard it before. The full cast audio editions. Listen on Audible.
Early Black Friday deals are on now at Lowe's with big savings on Samsung smart appliances. Right now, get up to 50% off, plus additional savings when you bundle select major appliances, like the Lowe's exclusive Samsung Bespoke AI Family Hub Plus refrigerator with a 32-inch touchscreen that can stream music, search recipes, and do so much more. Visit Lowe's to shop these deals today. Offer ends 12/4. Selection varies by location. Select locations only. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
boss, 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 bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness, so you can smell unstoppable.
At Lowe's, loyalty is royalty. With Christmas right around the corner, treat yourself for less during the holiday season. Rewards members get early online-only access to Black Friday doorbuster deals on Thanksgiving Day, like the Hisense side-by-side fridge, just $799. Not a member? Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 11/27 only on Lowe's.com. Member-only doorbusters and midnight Eastern. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change.
See for yourself. Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
To the second quarter we go. Out the Garden with Pistons leading 30-24. Something you want to share, Abby, with the class?
No, I'm good at the moment. Thank you.
You let us know if you have any needs or anything that you need to get done. Ford F-150.
I'd forgotten about that.
Nobody else had. Certainly not Max. That's his favorite.
I will be going
story.
at halftime.
The Ford F-150 first quarter was brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. The Ford F-Series celebrate the year-end sales event and head to your local Ford dealers for a great deal. Today, Celtics will have, again, second straight year, very bizarre. It has to do with the NBA Cup. The reason the Celtics, who for 50-plus years played every Black Friday, will not play. They'll fly to Minneapolis on Friday afternoon in advance of a brutal back-to-back this weekend at Minnesota on Saturday, at Cleveland on Sunday, and then come home for the NBC game against the New York Knicks. My buddy Mike Tirico will be back in the building.
Flight on Friday, not afternoon. Sean.
Yeah, it is the morning. I guess by the time we get there, it'll be the afternoon.
Yes, arriving in the afternoon. It's an early one. I need to know that for my packing purposes. It's important for me. We're trying to beat the storm, right?
There is bad. I mean, this flight was scheduled that way for months, but I don't know if Andy Mannix has like a farmer's almanac and looks months ahead of when the weather's going to be. Second quarter begins. Celtics trying to weather this storm here, down by 6. Anthony Simons, Shireman, Minot, Ugo Gonzalez, and Derek White. Shireman catches in the corner. His three is good. He has been money. Celtics within 3. That crazy game here against the Nets last year. The Baylor Shireman game. 30-27, and away from the ball. We get an offensive foul here. Minot got tangled up with Isaiah Stewart. Tony Brothers called it on him.
Baylor Shireman game last year, also the all-women's game on NBC Sports
of course
Boston.
It was.
He went crazy, but Baylor, so good, and it's been an adjustment for him, but coming in, having to knock down shots, that's something he works on in practice. He runs away from the floor, sits down for a minute, and then gets the call and has to hit the first shot once he gets back on the floor.
We're doing that again this year? We're going to another? Awesome.
I don't think it stops.
Anthony Simons. Straightaway up top, finds Minot. Quick three from the left side is good, and the foul. Jalen Duren got in his landing space. Not only is it a three for Minot, not only is it an and one, I wouldn't be shocked if they look at this as a potential flagrant.
Landing in his airspace.
That's what they're talking about right now. Jenna Schroeder and Tony Brothers are talking about this right now. Jenna's learned that trick. All the athletes are doing now because everybody's on camera reading lips, and now she's covering her mouth.
Not that I want to give him credit for anything, but LeBron's done that forever.
Oh, yeah, he has. Speaking of which, speaking of nationally televised games, I think it's the next three, right? Home games for the Celtics. We got the big Knicks game on Tuesday, and then Luka, LeBron, and the Lakers here a week from Friday. That is 7 points for the Celtics here on 2 shots, basically, coming out of the timeout. They have the lead. Cunningham floats it up, blocked by Amari Williams. Loose ball. Shireman gets there. He stumbles with it, kicks it, throws it behind his back where Minot fields it and gets blocked at the rim. Offensive rebound, Simons for Amari Williams, and he is fouled in the paint. An awful lot of things happened in the last 2 seconds. Shireman lost the ball, threw it behind his back. Minot caught up to it, thought he was going to have a dunk, but he got chased down from behind. And this is what I was talking about being the underdog.
Yeah.
You can rally the crowd behind you.
I was going to give a shout out to Amari Williams, timing that challenge, getting the turnover for the Pistons in the first place. But this crowd reacting to that effort from Josh Minot and Baylor Shireman and Amari Williams.
And it doesn't take much to set match to flame in this building. And now the Let's inbound to Anthony Simons. What a feather in the cap this would be to snap the win streak. Shireman against the former Celtic Javonte Green. Pump fake, turns, falls away at the free throw line and hits. Maybe this is going to be the sequel to the Baylor Shireman game. He's got 10 points in 8 minutes on 4-4 shooting, and J.B. Bickerstaff has to use a timeout. 10:48 to go first half. Boston 33, Detroit 30 on the BetMGM WR.
You're always learning new things, and your immune system should too. Because as you age, it makes fewer cells that fight off new infections. Even if you feel healthy, vaccines can help tune and strengthen your immune response against flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Go on and keep learning new things. Check eligibility and book in minutes at Vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
With Black Friday savings at the Home Depot, you can get up to $1,400 off, plus get free delivery on select innovative appliances like GE Profile. Add a touch of ease to your holiday with the all-in-one combo to wash and dry your laundry in one machine. And refrigerators with built-in convenient features like the dual dispense autofill water pitcher. Shop Black Friday savings on select GE Profile appliances, plus get free delivery now at the Home Depot. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $396 or more. Offer valid 11/5 through 12/3. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Early Black Friday deals are here at Lowe's with up to 50% off select LG appliances. Plus, get an additional 25% off when you bundle select major appliances $396 or more. Discover LG's latest smart laundry innovations designed to take the guesswork out of laundry. Shop LG, America's most reliable line of home appliances, at Lowe's. Based on independent reliability surveys 2021 through 2024 and select major appliances. See associate for more details. Selections vary by location. While supplies last. Exclusions apply. Valid 11.
Other restrictions apply.
Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Celtics now have the lead, 33-30. They score the first 9 points of the second quarter because Baylor Shireman's gone crazy on this one. 10 points in 8 minutes. He is 4 for 4. The rest of the Celtics are 6 of 23 from the floor. And now, despite shooting just 37%, the Celtics have the lead.
Oh, and by the way, he was checking Cade Cunningham for his first stint on the floor.
These have been quality minutes for Amari Williams. Hugo Gonzalez have been so much little time that Hugo gets these little tiny stints on the floor. He was on the floor for 38 seconds, and the Celtics outscored the Pistons by 7 points. Which is why, kids, we cannot use individual game plus minus. Now, over the course, when you start getting a trend like the Keita one, which is insane, with Keita on and off the floor.
Yeah, the defensive rating.
Right.
Off the charts.
And plummeting, obviously, when he's off the floor. But here tonight, Pistons shooting 44%. Pretty normal type offensive rating for the first quarter plus. almost did a live look at offensive rating, and I realized that there was about 5 people that care about that. Cade Cunningham, guarded by Josh Minot, comes across half court. This is what, to me, the Celtics have to do in this game. It's got to be Minot and Walsh just creating havoc. Cunningham steps to his right, quick three is good. And leave it to Cade to come out of the timeout and calm the waters for the Pistons. We're tied.
There's also your internet, by the way, not keeping up with your
Well, it's TD Garden's internet. It's mine.
You got to take accountability, Sean, sometimes.
It's true. There's Jay Wessel. Amari. Anthony Simons deep on the right side, turning the corner, driving on Holland, switches to the right hand, awkward flip shot, no good. Cade Cunningham gets the rebound. 14 points, 3 rebounds for Cade here. Gets a screen from Duran. Those are the 2 starters on the floor. Cade over the shoulder pass. Finds Ron Holland. Shireman checks him at the mid-block. Awkward kick out, Javonte Green. Leave it for Jenkins. Yeah, Javonte Green very nearly made the Celtics. That's 6 years ago now. Corner 3 is in the air and no good. Looked like Verta was in a rebound. For Holland, I should say. Celtics have the rebound. Detroit just 4 of 13 from distance. Simon switches to the left hand. Drives on Javonte Green. Nasty step back at 18, but the jumper's no good. And Duran has his 4th rebound.
Javonte did make the team over Max Strus.
Right, that was the battle. It came down to the final, the final spot. It's really fun. Tells you about the depth when you look at the career that Strus has had. Falling away, Cunningham for Javonte Green, little shuttle pass. Jenkins bounces into the corner, driving Holland, reverses it up and in.
That was an electric preseason that year.
It was, because there were very few times there's actually something at stake, and there was between those 2 guys. Javonte was just jumping out of the gym during that preseason.
He still does.
Real nice run in Chicago. Left-hand dribble, Derek White. Guarded by Jenkins. Jenkins had some big games during his win streak. And Derek White gets in the paint, elevates right into the right arm with Jenkins, who was late reaching out. The left arm, I should say. He keeps it hanging in the air like, yeah, I had it here. Well, you kind of didn't. And Derek White will get free throws.
You had the contact, for sure. Back to Javonte Green. He's also a big part of why these Pistons are on a 13-game win streak. There was at one point they were down 6 of 8 starters, and guys like Javonte Green stepped up and got the wins.
Because remember, they didn't have Ivy back yet as most of this was going on. They had a couple of big games from the guy we haven't seen yet, B-Ball Paul Reed.
I thought he'd be in Philly forever. Just felt like it just made sense.
Part of the furniture.
Yes.
It's a bizarre schedule. The Celtics in 2023 played 8 games in the calendar year in Philadelphia. None in 24. We played 4 times there in 25, and obviously nothing scheduled in 26. Derek White gets the free throws, game tied at 35. But for Abby's packing concerns, the question is, where will the Celtics play their road game?
And when? Which one?
Well, step back 3 for Cunningham is no good. I will give you a little intel.
Ooh, you got
some? You can use logic. Shireman's lead pass was not deflected by Javonte Green, so as he misses Simon, that's the 4th turnover. And Joe Mazzulla is going to challenge. That's an interesting choice. He may end up being right. But this is a risk-reward one, so we'll
I'm not sure
aside.
he even looked at Matt Reynolds, the Green Lantern. I think he saw that with his own eyes.
He did, and trusting his players. 3:19 gone, second quarter, right back where we started, which many of you probably are still in traffic. Detroit 35, Boston 35 on the BetMGM WR.
Sponsored by this program or its affiliates.
Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Joe Mazzulla wins the coach's challenge. Celtics will get the ball back. And again, it's always good to win a challenge. The danger is, are you using it? You're not using it for points here because it wasn't like a made basket or free throws, but Celtics will get possession here in a tie game with 8:41 to go in the first half.
What is Joe's record this season?
Now,
when it comes to challenges.
How many things do you want me to scroll? I don't have, Dick Light at my
everything.
Fingertips.
I know you have this number.
I do, but it takes a while to.
Okay.
I got to scroll.
Okay,
you just asked me about where we might be.
Yes.
So I had to scroll to a completely different part of the file. By the way, it has to do with using deductive reasoning. It says the only date of the 4 possible makeup dates that TD Garden is open is Monday, December 15th. So therefore, the logic says the home game would be on December 15th. It says they probably wouldn't have the Celtics play back-to-back. The road game will probably be on the 11th or the 12th, with the 13th being the NBA Cup semifinals.
If anyone from the league is listening out there, I have plans on the 12th, so the 11th would be better for me.
So why'd you make plans when you knew it was going to be a chance? Derek White Picks up his dribble, diagonal pass caught by Amari Williams in the paint. Duren was there, so he'll kick back out. Shireman, hot hand. 3 comes up short, and Duren grabs his 5th rebound.
Good eyes from Amari Williams, though, seeing Baylor Shireman, who's red hot tonight.
Cade Cunningham gets it to the wing. Holland backs Derek White in, then gets shut off. Throws back out to Cade Cunningham. Pretty good look. Left side 3, sails it too strong. Minot grabs the rebound. Celtics just -3 on the glass here in the first half. 8:05 to go in it. Tied at 35. Bad pass. Derek White shoveled it to Minot, who immediately left the spot as soon as he looked his way. And these are the little things that happens when you put new guys together. That unspoken thing. I know we've done so many games together, Abby. I know where you're going to be and what your post-game thing is. There's a wink and a nod, and it's all going to be there, right? But Josh Minot and Derek White don't have that same simpatico. Duren
Not yet.
and Cade Cunningham, bounce pass. Duren catches, bobbles it in the paint, not in good shooting position. Shovels to Javonte Green. He shut off of the paint. Goes out to Cade Cunningham, penetrates to create room. Goes back to Ron Holland. Shot clock at 4. They enter into Duren, but he might have been in there 3 seconds, and he was.
Great defense by the Celtics. 5 guys on a string, covering for each other, and got the turnover.
It not only is a fun team to watch, you really have to feel good for J.B. Bickerstaff, who got unfairly maligned in Cleveland. Then they got off to the great start after he left with Kenny Atkinson. And came into a team that obviously had the long losing streak under Monty Williams. Still tied, 7:34 to go in the first half. Anthony Simons pressured by Jenkins. Left-hand dribble, going to attack him, draw some contacts. He falls away, creates a tough shot, no good. Rebound Duren. Duren up the middle of the floor. Amari Williams backpedaling. Duren takes him all the way in deep, runs it off the glass, no good, but gets the foul on him.
Thought it was JB.
Let's see. It is. Nope, it's Amari Williams.
That's good.
So I see you got your little schedule out. So
Yes.
you're trying to plug in. This is the thing. People say, oh, I hate the NBA Cup. It doesn't affect you. It
Me?
affects Abby.
Yeah.
It affects where people are going. It affects if you want to come out and see the Celtics play a home game, you'd like to know when it's going to be. By the way, the answer to those questions will come late night on Friday after NBA Cup group play is completed. Detroit and Orlando, if Detroit wins this game today, and obviously even if they don't, it's going to come down to the game with Orlando on Friday to see who wins the group. Miami is in good shape. They're playing Milwaukee later tonight, but they had that monster blowout in their NBA Cup group, so they're in good shape as far as the tiebreaker and the point differential is concerned.
But then each conference gets a wild card, right?
Right, and that's where presumably a 3-1 team will be. Second free throw is missed, and a foul has been called. Maybe on Minot?
There's a lot of finger pointing going on right now.
There is. It should be a side out of bounds here.
Bro, they're sorting it out.
So loose ball foul on Minot. Free throw is missed. So it's Detroit by 1, but they will get the ball back. And again, the pool of teams from whom the Celtics will play are the other teams that did not go to the quarterfinals. Cade Cunningham finds the cutter in the paint. Thompson lays it up, no good. Late foul call on Derek White. And free throws going for Osar Thompson.
Derek White still having trouble finding his stroke, but the stocks are there.
Right now, the third foul is there with 7:13 to go in the first half on a day, needless to say, which is usually followed by saying it anyway, that Derek White and Jaylen Brown could not get into foul trouble today. Jaylen got a foul very early in the game, has not picked up another one. Now Derek White has 3 as Thompson gets the first free throw.
That looks like a clean block to me, for the record. I didn't get to see the replay,
but from
if
where
you
we
ask
sit,
me,
a million miles away. Well, I got to let me get another
bad.
window. You want
Could
me to
be
open
worse.
more windows? Let me get you
Oh, yeah.
some window. Let me get you the ESPN feed.
Oh, no.
Free throws make it 38-35.
I forgot. What was the other thing I wanted you to look up? Oh,
you
the
know what?
offensive rating.
Driving Jaylen Brown, little pump fake. On Javonte Green, got a floater with a right-hand score. That was a nifty little move in close. Good touch by Jaylen Brown, just his second field goal in 9 tries. He's got 9, 38-37, Pistons by 1. Jaden Ivey drives, kicks. Thompson, Pritchard daring him to shoot the 3, doesn't want to do it. Thompson in the mid-block takes a very tough follow-away. That's a Jaylen Brown type shot. He doesn't have the strength for that. Pritchard has the rebound.
It's a mismatch. Asar trying to take advantage.
Jaylen Brown pushes off on Ivy. Good help from Thompson, forces the kick to Pritchard. Sar Thompson is just a gifted defensive player. Pritchard pulls up that right-hand dribble, hands down for Ivy. 14-footer, though, is no good, and Javonte Green has the rebound. Pistons by 1, and the ball. 6:19 to go first half if you're syncing up with ESPN. Elias Harris gets the Duran screen, taking Minot with him, push pass. Javonte Green, right side 3, rims out. Rebound, Jaylen Brown deflects it, but he deflected it right to Duran, who spins and scores off the glass.
Tobias Harris should get some credit for this Pistons turnaround as well, bringing a veteran into that group.
Jaylen Brown steps to his right, falls down, and gets tied up immediately for a jump ball. And Jaylen, as he often is, a little slow to get up. That's the exact same spot he got tripped and went down in that Utah game, and that call they didn't make that started his sort of escalating battle with the officials that has gone on throughout the first quarter of the season.
Jaylen holding his face and then his neck a little bit. He ran into the wall of Jaden Ivey.
They're all calling that foul on Ivy, and no, it's not a foul. It's a jump ball, so Tobias Harris will jump it against Jaylen. Jaylen Brown wins it backwards. Derek White has to hustle, but he saves it from going on a bounce. Moves it to Pritchard, left side, Jaylen Brown. Pump fakes a 3 on Harris. Jumps to the baseline. Harris jumps right out on his shoulder, takes the shot away. Shot clock at 7. Jaylen Brown forces a very tough fall away, no good. And the rebound, Sid Duran's going to be piling them up today. He's got 8 already in the first half. Detroit by 3. Jaden Ivey. Duncan Robinson swung up top for Sar Thompson, down the right side, goes by Pritchard, floats it over Amari Williams. High arcing floater is no good. Offensive rebound. Duran misses the first putback, scramble for it. Detroit, another offensive rebound. Ivy off the window and in.
That's crushing. 3 offensive rebounds on 1 possession.
Now we're seeing the rebounds turn ugly. -9 the Celtics. 42-37, Detroit by 5. Amari Williams. Moves it to Josh Minot. Minot bumped and fouled. Thompson slid his feet, but not fast enough. That's the last foul Detroit had to give.
Detroit foul is on number 9, Sar Thompson.
Josh wearing the JT 3s today.
Team foul. For Detroit, number 8, Harris Levert back into
He has been so pleasant to be around.
Minot.
It's not, I think, what people expected him to be.
We taped a podcast with him yesterday for View from the Rafters, our podcast, the one I have with Sean on Celtics.com. And he was genuinely thrown by Celtics Nation affection for him already. And not sure if it was real. We told him absolutely.
Sam Hauser, quick 3 right side, no good. And the rebound for Jaden Ivey.
If you play as hard as a guy like Josh Minot, the fans appreciate it.
No question. When you play as hard as a guy like Derek White, who just ran down Jaden Ivey from behind and has another steal. Lobs it ahead. Minot redirects it in. Pass is a little too tall for him to dunk it, but he went Morgan Geeky on it and just redirected it in.
He did the little shoulder shrug afterward.
42-39. Quick 3 left side. No good off the fingertips of Jaden Ivey. Rebound Minot. Good things have happened for the Celtics since Minot came in this game. Jaylen Brown driving on Ivy. Gets to the mid-block, little pump fake, goes to the left hand, misses the layup. Scramble for the rebound, and Sar Thompson's got it. Boy, Jaylen just fighting here. Fighting it. 2 for 11.
Nothing coming easy.
Ivy, bounce entry cut by Tobias Harris against Sam Hauser. Harris bumps him, turns, draws the contact, shot rolls in, score of the foul.
Veteran drawing contact. Sam Hauser just off the bench. Did what he could.
A bizarre start when you see Sam Hauser going 6 for 40 at one point from 3. Peyton Pritchard at the bottom of the 3-point leaders in the NBA. I mean, dead last. Derek White struggling. At Celtics still a game over 500. Harris finishes the 3-point play. Pistons by 6, 45-39. 3:57 to go in the first half.
So uncharacteristic. Were you trying to do the reverse jinx there? Talk about it more time so that eventually they start hitting?
That's not a game we play over here, huh? Max wouldn't stand for that. Derek White Picks it up over his head. You guys, the long tradition of homerism belongs on that side of the ball. Derek White falls away right side. No good. Offensive rebound. Minor. Kick out. Jalen 3. Got it. His first of the day, and Celtics just hanging close. 45-42.
Pistons making everything tough for him, but he is not stopping.
Thompson exposed the ball, knocked away by Hauser. Jalen Brown's got it. Jalen racing the length of the floor with LeVert, floats it up, blocked from behind, out of bounds by Thompson. You can try to run up the floor against these guys, but man, they get back. Thompson can gallop.
Get a little head shake for Jalen when he was on the ground.
Detroit #2, Kate Cunningham back into the game.
Jalen continues the conversation with the refs, making sure they know his point of view.
Cunningham will return. Pistons have their starters on the floor, but they're smaller with LeVert there instead of Duran. Celtics with Shireman, Hauser, Pritchard, Walsh, and Jalen Brown. And now to Pritchard in the corner. They have not let Pritchard get loose at all. Jordan Walsh. Back to Peyton Pritchard. Now he steps behind a screen and knocks down an open three. That's why they haven't let him loose. Nights like this are the ones where the Celtics are going to have to shoot threes to stay close. They have shot threes and they've stayed close. We're tied. 2:56 to go in the first half. Cunningham drives, runs it awkwardly with the right hand, no good after feeling contact. But he will go to the line, and now it's just a matter of Celtics staying out of foul trouble.
Yeah, the Celtics, after having a more balanced shot chart tonight, 20 of their 41 shots coming from long range. But they're hitting at a good clip. It's what's keeping them in this game, tied at 45. That foul went to Shireman, right?
The foul went to Jordan Walsh. Kay Cunningham missed their free throw.
Jordan's first.
82% free throw shooter. The issue with Cade Cunningham early.
Only one? You got one?
Turnovers. He had 6 of them in the first game against Celtics. And when they were losing games early in the Cade Cunningham era, you look down and you see 6 turnovers, 7 turnovers.
I was talking about the issues with defending Cade Cunningham. I thought you only had one issue. But yeah.
He gets
I see
one
what
of
you're
2.
saying now. I see where
They
you're
break the
going.
tie, 46-45. Pistons by 1, 2:46 to go first half. Jalen Brown, right hand dribble coming strong. Feeling contact, throws it up. It will fall for him. Scoring the foul. The rim couldn't decide as the ball spun around. Sat there for a second. Said, man, Jalen needs a break. We're going to have this one go in, and he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
The basketball gods took their time deciding that one. But Jalen saying a little thank you, a little prayer to both the ref and the basketball god, letting that one drop and getting the whistle.
Free throw in the air and good. 3-point play. And the Celtics have the lead, 48-46. Boston by 2. Joining us late, known to me as Keita for the Celtics this afternoon. On his ankle on Sunday. Cunningham pushed back to LeVert. Celtics get an extra day off for their next game in Minnesota on Saturday. LeVert for Cunningham. Duncan Robinson bounce entry towards Duran. Jalen saw it coming. Has the steal. Jalen Brown, offensive end. Lead pass for Peyton Pritchard on the wing. It's slowed down again. Jalen Brown going to attack Duncan Robinson. Pulls up, draws the oohs and ahs, pulls his way to 12 feet, knocks down another one. Celtics on 11-2, 11-1 is the run to lead by 4.
Nice move by JB.
Think they don't appreciate the effort here. They get a chance to draw an upset. Jordan Walsh fouled Cunningham. Bad foul. 30 feet from the basket. We'll get Cunningham free throws.
Neemias Queta is on the bench tonight. Nice to see it. Like you said, Joe said he's day-to-day officially with the left ankle sprain, but clearly in a lot of pain the other night. We saw him walking around the Auerbach Center yesterday without a noticeable limp or gait. The first free throw shot falls for Cade Cunningham. But he looked to be in a lot of pain. I'm curious to see how long it keeps him out.
Celtics, Jalen Duran, then Gobert. then Jared Allen, then Karl Anthony Towns. And by the way, Alex Sarr has been a problem in Washington. Those are the next centers coming up for the Celtics. 50-48, Boston by 2.
Alex Sarr had a good game against that first matchup.
Sarr's been pretty good defensive. Washington had a big win last night. They blew out Atlanta. That was Sarr against Porzingis. Jaylen Brown against Duncan Robinson. Dribbling low, starts his drive. Pump fake, mid-block, got another one. Another sequence of a game that is a Jaylen Brown takeover. He's up to 19 in the first half. He's got 60 against the Pistons in 3 halves this year. Cunningham drives, cradles the ball with his right hand, pushes it up, no good, but nobody boxes out Duren. Easy put back on the offensive rebound.
Jaylen feels like was probing in that first quarter, finding where the soft spots are, and he started to find
9 points, 11 rebounds for Duren, 17 for Cade Cunningham. Here's another 3 from Pritchard that rims out, and Duren has his 12th rebound of the first half.
Ooh.
He's looking at that TV Garden record, that Sabonis kind of record. Fall away, Cade Cunningham, 18 feet, no good. Duren has the rebound, but has it slacked away at the last second. Amari Williams got his hands in there. Celtics still leading by 2. Final minute, first half. Peyton Pritchard drives past Duncan Robinson, dribbles from 12 feet, and his jumper is true.
Give the Celtics credit. Up 4 here with less than a minute to go.
What they start 1 for 10 in this game?
Yes.
Which makes them 17 for their last 36.
Good math, Sean.
Nearly 50%. Tobias Harris, kick out left side. 3 is in the air, knocked down by LeVert, who loves shooting in this building. 54-53. Pistons 5 of 18 from 3. Celtics 8 of 21. 2 for 1 is gone. So we had 24 seconds left in the half right now. Jaylen Brown going to fire up a 3. No good. Got open for a second. Cunningham has the rebound. Pistons can hold for the final shot, but instead lead past Tobias Harris, and he got fouled. Shireman got back there to knock him down. Harris will have to earn it at the free throw line, and that would give the Celtics at the very least the ball back. The final shot of this first half.
Part of their offense is cherry picking. It feels like, because they have such strong rebounders.
Of all the memories of Tobias Harris playing against the Celtics all these years, the one that always sticks with me is the Sixers, the Celtics sweeping them out of the playoffs in the Orlando bubble. He got knocked on his head and was cut and came back. The game was over, the series was over, and he came back to play the final few minutes to try to keep that Sixer season alive in Orlando as he gets the first free throw here. Wearing one of those Spirit of 76 headbands.
In the bubble.
In the bubble. 6th anniversary coming up. The world
really?
ending. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Time goes by fast. As anyone with kids will tell you. Harris gets the free throws, 55-54. Last shot time, 15 seconds to go in the half. Jaylen Brown, deep on the left side. Amari Williams sets the screen. Jaylen turns the corner on Duren, kicks to the corner. Shireman steps to his right, takes the 3 and makes another one. With 3.8 to go, Shireman is 5 of 6. He's got 13. Inbound, Thompson across half court, 38-footer is good at the buzzer.
Oh, man. Derek White walking off the floor, shaking his head.
Asar Thompson has made 4 threes all year, and from just across half court, he beats the buzzer and gives the Pistons the lead on what they hope will be a special day in their franchise history, trying to break the record for consecutive wins. Coming up, Skaz will run you through scores coming up later tonight in the NBA. Bruins obviously will be in action as well. That always busy Wednesday afternoon scoreboard. It'll update you on all that. And back here at the Garden where the Celtics now trail the Pistons at halftime, 58-57 on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
One day only Thanksgiving Day deals are coming to Lowe's.com. Plus, members get early access to online Black Friday doorbuster deals on gifting favorites, like the still trending Cobalt Mini Toolbox for just $14.98. Don't miss up to 50% off for one day only at Lowe's.com. We help, you save. Valid 11/27 only on Lowe's.com. Member only doorbusters and midnight Eastern. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change while supplies last.
Most people would rather attend a corporate team building workshop than search for auto and home insurance.
Go team, feel that synergy.
That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com.
Who's ready for the trust fall?
75050.
Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Welcome into Celtics Halftime Live. I am James Scaramuzzino, and the Celtics are down 1 to the Detroit Pistons, a Pistons team that has won 13 straight games coming into the Garden. And it didn't look good early for Boston, especially for Jaylen Brown, starting off 1 for 8 in that first quarter, but he certainly turned things around in the second quarter.
Derek White picks it up over his head. You guys, the long tradition of homerism belongs on that side of the ball. Derek White falls away right side, no good offensive rebound, Minot. Kick out, Jaylen, 3, got it.
Yeah, and Jaylen Brown, as I mentioned, started 1 for 8 in the first quarter. Massive turnaround in the second quarter. The Boston Celtics in general, a massive turnaround in that second quarter. They started the game 1 for 10, 17 of 36 cents, lighting up a Detroit Pistons team. You know, even though they're trailing by 1, a very good second quarter, outscoring the Pistons 33-28. And Jaylen Brown up to 19 points in this one on 6 of 17 shooting. Still a minus 11 in the game, but Jaylen a massive turnaround. But the Celtics getting contributions from a couple guys with a starter out tonight. How about Baylor Shireman stepping up when the Celtics needed him most with a couple good baskets?
Kicks out of the last second. Shireman up, fakes a 3, has to take a fall away late in the shot clock, and he hits it. Oh, my.
Baylor Shireman nails the grenade.
Yes, Baylor Shireman with 8 quick points in the first quarter. He's up to 13 in the game on 5 of 6 shooting, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. A really tough thing for a guy off the bench to do is consistently shoot threes, and Shireman has certainly done that. The Celtics continuing to get efforts from different guys all around the roster this season. One of the guys that's been kind of a constant, a few games not so great lately, but back in action recently. His name is Josh Minot, and he had some good plays in the first half.
Derek White just ran down Jaden Ivey from behind and has another steal. Lobs it ahead. Minot redirects it in. Passes a little too tall for him to dunk it, but he went Morgan Geeky on it and just redirected it in.
He did the little shoulder shrug afterwards.
42-39.
Yes, Josh Minot with his best Morgan Geeky impression there. Minot up to 6 points on 2 of 4 shooting with 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And that's kind of been the story of the first half for the Celtics. Getting efforts from all over, different guys making an impact. The Celtics shooting 39% from 3, 10 of 12 from the line. Something that's been kind of hampering this season, not getting as many free throws as their opponent. But today, the real cause of concern heading into this one was rebounds. And while the Celtics trail 33-21 in the rebounding battle, they're right in this one. Down 1 at half because of an Azur Thompson late 3. And that's right where you want this Celtics team to be. Fast break points, Detroit's leading 9-2. Points in the paint is the big difference with Neemias Queta out. Detroit has 26 points in the paint, and your Boston Celtics only 10 so far. Small cause for concern there, but you heard Grandy mention it in the first half. This is one of those games where the Celtics are going to have to keep shooting threes to keep it close, and they did a good job of that. They hope to get over 40% in the second half. And one final thing we should mention is Amari Williams getting his first real rotation minutes tonight. He comes in, makes a couple good plays, gets to the free throw line, and that's all you can really ask for out of a guy stepping into a tough matchup against Jalen Duren. We will go around the NBA next on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
Level up your cooking game with Lowe's early Black Friday savings on Whirlpool kitchen appliances. Right now, get up to 50% off select major appliances. Plus, get up to an additional 25% off when you buy 2 or more select major appliances. Whirlpool appliances help keep busy days like yours moving. So don't miss early Black Friday savings on Whirlpool today at Lowe's. Valid 11/5 through 12/3. Selection varies by location. Savings vary based on purchase amount. See Lowe's.com for details. One day only Thanksgiving Day deals are coming to Lowe's.com. Plus, members get early access to online Black Friday doorbuster deals on gifting favorites, like the still trending Cobalt Mini Toolbox for just $14.98. Don't miss up to 50% off for one day only at Lowe's.com. We help, you save. Valid 11/27 only on Lowe's.com. Member only doorbusters and midnight Eastern. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change while supplies last.
Every now and then I rinse it out, and I need Downy Rinse tonight, and I need it more. My kids was the bed and the smell never leaves. I don't know what to do, I'm always in the dark. The sweat and dead short smells like a dog car. Downy Rinse it tonight.
Downy Rinse
deodorants fight stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
It's time to start a healthy relationship with your money. With Navigant Credit Union, there are no hidden fees, great interest rates, and support that puts you first. Make the switch today. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods. Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super-sized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
GameSenseMA.com. Sports Hub headlines.
Yes, it's time for the Town Fair Tire Halftime Scoreboard. The scoreboard from around the league is brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. And your Boston Celtics are the only NBA team in action right now, trailing the Detroit Pistons 58-57, but it is a night full of NBA Cup action. The Knicks will be taking on the Hornets. The Bucks will be playing the Heat. Pacers play the Raptors, and some big matchups out west with the Rockets playing the Warriors, the Timberwolves playing the Thunder, and the nightcap of the Suns and Kings underway. As for local sports up headlines, the Patriot injury report is out, and ahead of their Monday night game against the Giants. And the big news is Will Campbell is headed to the IR. He could return Week 18 against the Dolphins. Other notables on the injury report were Jelani Tavai and Jared Wilson. In other NFL news, the Lions announced earlier today that center Frank Ragnow is coming out of retirement and will be ready to play sooner rather than later. And the Packers announced that running back Josh Jacobs will be back tomorrow for their game against the Lions. And the Bruins will wrap up their road trip very shortly, taking on the New York Islanders. Ryan and Bob have the call of that one on 98.5 The Sports Hub, starting moments away at 6:30. I'm James Scaramuzzino. Grandy and Abby Chin will have the call of the second half next on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
At Lowe's, loyalty is royalty. With Christmas right around the corner, treat yourself for less during the holiday season. Rewards members get early online-only access to Black Friday doorbuster deals on Thanksgiving Day, like the Hisense side-by-side fridge, just $799. Not a member? Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 11/27 only on Lowe's.com. Member-only doorbusters and midnight Eastern. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for...
Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
It's time for This Date in Celtics History, being restored by Blue Sky Restoration Contractors.
What a pass by DJ!
42 for Paul Pierce.
A three-pointer for Danny Ainge.
KG is locked and loaded tonight. Bogdanovich pull-up three. No good. He got cold after hitting his first 7 today. Tatum grabs the rebound. Derek White will walk it across half court. And for all the issues and all the nitpicking, the Boston Celtics stay undefeated at home. And with another double-digit win, they've got the best record, the best differential, the best net rating in the entirety of the NBA. The Celtics are 13-4, a 20-point third-quarter lead, and a 10-point win. They beat the Hawks by a final of 113-103. 2 years ago today, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown combined for 55, somewhat pedestrian night as the Celtics beat the Hawks. Now, the only thing the Celtics did not do that year was get to Vegas in the Final Four of the NBA Cup, which they will not again this year, losing that quarterfinal game out at Indiana. This date in Celtics history on the 25th anniversary season for Grandy and Max, brought to you by Blue Sky Restoration. Remember, if you have a property disaster, visit GOBLUSky.com. Blue Sky Restoration, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow. It's always a brighter today when Abby Chin joins us. Celtics now trail the Pistons 58-57 at halftime because of the just across half-court three by Asar Thompson, beating the buzzer we're talking before about the NBA Cup. This is an NBA Cup game. The Pistons are going to play the Magic on Friday in a game that will determine who goes. It's also possible the loser goes to the quarterfinals.
Still technically not
Do you understand what would have to happen? The mathematical, I don't want to make everyone's head explode. Actually, it can't happen for the Celtics because with Orlando winning the other night, the second-place team, they're guaranteed to be a 3-1 team. The only way the Celtics could advance was if every bracket, basically everybody was 2-2. That's basically the only way it happened. And the Celtics would not only have to be 2-2, they would have to win the second half by about 40 points.
So you're saying there's a chance? Not mathematically eliminated.
That's exactly. If you read the piece, like Vorkanoff's piece in The Athletic today about Bill Chisholm and his purchase, that was basically what he said when he started it, and when they basically had a 1% chance as the second half begins with Asar Thompson dogging Peyton Pritchard into an 8-second violation, unable to get the ball across half court.
That's not going to help. The NBA Cup.
No. No, there is it basically a 2-2 team to make it this year. Everybody would have to finish 2-2. You have to have a 4-0 team. 4-0 teams win their groups, then everybody else would have to be 2-2.
All right.
Cade Cunningham floats it with the right hand. No good on the rebound. Jaylen Brown pulls it down, his fourth. Celtics minus 11 on the glass in the first half. Yet only trail by 1. Peyton Pritchard throws a shoulder into Cade Cunningham, who shuts him off. Jordan Walsh in the starting lineup today. So Luka Garza is back. Played only 5 minutes to start the game. And Peyton Pritchard trying to set a screen, gets run over. Foul called on Detroit.
Am I allowed to do that on the radio?
What
Jaylen
is that?
Brown hit the shot. I know it didn't count. But.
Ooh, you go crazy. I think we've established over the years that the rules for you are getting to say whatever you want, whenever you want, which actually are
Not
kind of
necessarily always on purpose.
those are sort of Bax's rules if you think about it.
Yeah, that's
Same
true.
ones apply. Luka Garza starting for the injured Neemias Queta today. And Jaylen Brown spins on Tobias Harris. Feeling contact. He throws up an 18-footer at the shot clock buzzer. No good. Long rebound deflected. Pritchard had it and just dropped it. That's going to give Cade Cunningham a free run. And he flushes it with the right hand.
The Pistons not necessarily top of the league in pace, but they get out and run when those transition opportunities present themselves.
Boy, they play together so well because they largely, this group has been together and they have been through it. As J.B. Bickerstaff was talking about before the game. Derek White, trouble by 3 fouls in the first half. Throws a bounce entry to Jaylen Brown against Cade Cunningham. Shot clock at 5. Jaylen spinning, bounce pass to the cutter. Jordan Walsh, he elevates and slams it home.
What a cut by Jordan Walsh. Great find.
Celtics minus 9 on the glass, getting outshot, out-rebounded. Turnovers are even. It's remarkable they're only down by 1.
Say any margins, they're winning.
They're winning from the 3. That's the difference right now. Cade Cunningham. Moving to his right, Garza slides his feet. Ball moved back to Duncan Robinson. He makes the extra pass to Tobias Harris, who's open for 3. Comes up short. Offensive rebound to Asar Thompson. In some trouble, steps back away from Garza, tried to force it, no good, but he gets his own rebound again, throws to the corner for Cade Cunningham, 3 that's no good. Jaylen Brown can't get the rebound away from Duren, floats it down low to Thompson, return to Duren, and he is blocked, fouled from behind by Jaylen Brown. That was a frustration foul, but a smart one because now Duren will have to earn it from the line. But again, the Pistons, who carved up the Celtics on the glass in the first meeting, and almost since then, the Celtics have been a middle-of-the-pack, perfectly adequate rebounding team and a better than average team on the offensive glass. But tonight sort of returned to what we expect without Queta. And Detroit now plus 12.
11 offensive rebounds for Detroit in that first half. They got 4 on that most recent possession.
Duren has gotten better at the free throw line, significantly better. And this is what happens. You come into the league so young and everybody makes a judgment on what you're going to be at 19. And then pretty soon you're 22, 23, and you're just getting better and better and better. He's going to miss the second free throw. Jaylen Brown grabs the rebound. We're at 61-59, Detroit by 2. 9:47 to go in the third. Derek White, handoff for Jordan Walsh. Now Pritchard straight away. Against Thompson, bounce pass, Garza, top of the circle. Harassed by Duren. Torrance can't drive on him, so he hands off to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen works his way to the free throw line. Pass back out, deflected. Walsh saves it. Hand to Pritchard. Deep 3. Got it.
No hesitation from Peyton Pritchard. He has found a little rhythm here.
4th of the day / night for Peyton Pritchard. He's got 14. Celtics regain the lead, 62-61. Duran drives, kick to the corner, open is Thompson. 3 is short. Rebound, back tap by Duran. Did he run over Garza? Jana Schroeder's calling something. I think this might be against Garza, and it is. You know how I know? Because she was waiting to check his uniform number before she signaled. She wasn't sure off the top of her head what number Luka Garza wears.
So she could signal to the sidelines. But the Celtics leaving Asar Thompson wide open in that corner.
I also don't appreciate how big Cade Cunningham is. Legit 6'7". There you go, kids. There's the first 6'7" of the day. Duran. Throws the entry to Cade Cunningham. Kick back out. Duncan Robinson's 3 online, but a little bit too strong in the rebound for Jordan Walsh. My son went crazy when the Celtics record got to 6 and 7. Derek White pull-up 3 is good. No one near him. Pistons have not defended the three-point line very well today. And that's been an Achilles heel for them this year. Now Jordan Walsh jumps the passing lane, has the steal, goes the distance, blocked by Cade Cunningham. But Derek White's the only one who followed up the play. He lays it in. Celtics have the lead. Timeout, JB Bickerstaff.
A little run by Derek White himself. Good to see Derek get going despite playing with those 3 fouls.
8 straight for the Celtics, and believe it or not, wait for it, kids. Celtics' largest lead, 8:39 to go, third quarter. Boston 67, Detroit 61 on the BetMGM WR.
The train straight to the game. Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Celtics up by 6 now, 67-61. JB Bickerstaff going to timeout with 8:39 to go in the third. Celtics now up to 15 assists on their 23 field goals with each one. Delta Dental of Massachusetts donates $25 to the Tufts University School of Dental Medicine Scares for Veterans program. Follow along at 98.5 thesportshub.com/veterans. Celtics playing this 5 p.m. game. If you flipping the radio on and saying, wait a minute, what's going on? That's what's going on. An NBA Cup triple header on ESPN today.
I'm not sure, Sean, there's a better way to start your Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Coming to TD Garden, getting a little...
It's a half holiday. It's always been a half day in school, and everybody gathers together to ask the Lord's blessing. He hastens and chastens, and they sing the songs. And over
Wednesday
the river and
night
through the woods.
Notorious for
This has always been, it's been a Wednesday night, and it's been a Wednesday night Celtics game here for many, many, many years. But again, the NBA Cup schedule has taken away that Friday game. If you're not in the NBA Cup, don't have an NBA Cup game to play. It is an NBA Cup day, so that's why the Celtics, after a half century of playing every year on Black Friday, now have not played the last 2 years.
Celtics started NBA Cup play early, one of the first teams.
They did. This will be the third year that they do not advance to Vegas, and it's going to be hard to get to Vegas now because starting next year, only the championship game will be there. Tobias Harris on the block against Derek White. Draws a double team. Cade Cunningham throws it to him on the repost. Harris throws the left shoulder into Derek White, turns, falls away, and hits. Cade Cunningham says, take him, and he does.
I'm not sure Derek could have defended him any better.
67-63. Boston by 4. Jordan Walsh kick out. Pritchard wants it. Pulls back to 3 at the last second. Takes it back from Garza. Launches a straightaway 3. It's no good. Duncan Robinson has the rebound. Cade Cunningham bounce pass for the trailer. Duncan Robinson walks right into an open 3 and he misses it. Jaylen Brown, 19 in the first half. Feeling contact, runs it up from 12 feet and falls in.
Jaylen Brown, the mid-range maestro.
He seeks it now. He's seeking that contact in the middle of the floor. He's got 62 points against Detroit now and barely over a game and a half.
That's what he's working all summer for, Sean.
In the weight room. Cade Cunningham lost the ball. They're calling a late foul. Celtics have the second challenge. They won one earlier.
Feels early. And Jordan Walsh. But the Celtics playing undersized, individual defense.
Jordan Walsh chasing Cunningham, who stops, starts, drives, and banks one in and gets a third foul on Jaylen Brown.
Is paramount.
He is making plays. Cade is 21 points, 4 rebounds, just 2 assists. As those guys have missed a lot of shots. 14 rebounds for Duran. Celtics have 21 from Jaylen Brown, 14 from Peyton Pritchard, 13 from the red-hot Baylor Shireman off the bench. I imagine he'll be back before too long. Three-point play for Cade Cunningham. That's the Boston lead to 3, 69-66. 7:19 to go in the third. Jaylen Brown dribble handoff for Jordan Walsh. Finds Derek White straight away. And going deep in the shot clock. Derek White just going to launch a crazy deep three and knocks it down. Out of nowhere.
After a rough first half, Derek White comes out firing. Found those threes from his pocket. They've been hiding them.
To score these upsets, Celtics are going to have a big day shooting threes, and they have 12 of 27. Duran got away with a double dribble, but he throws it away anyway. Derek White to steal. Lead for Pritchard. Lob was deflected, but it eventually gets to Jordan Walsh, and he'll just bring it out to the corner and then throw a long pass back out to Jaylen Brown. Up fakes the three. Drive on Thompson. Throws a bad pass to the corner behind Peyton Pritchard. And the Celtics had an opportunity there, but bobbled it twice and eventually threw it away.
That was some chaos for the Celtics.
Starting lineup on the floor for the Celtics, which includes Garza playing for Queta today. Approaching the middle stages now, quarter number 3. Detroit with the ball, down by 6. Cade Cunningham. Pritchard trying to stay in front of him. Gets the Duran screen. Pulls up on Pritchard. Straight away 3 is good.
Cade looked up, saw Peyton Pritchard was on him, and took it himself.
25 points in 22 minutes for Cade Cunningham. 72-69. Derek White, bounce pass for Peyton Pritchard. Now Jaylen Brown straight away. Driving on Cunningham, gets him pretty deep. Ball knocked away at the last second. Pistons wanted Tobias Harris saying it went off the knee of Jaylen Brown. They're talking about whether or not the challenge on the Detroit bench.
Cade slapped down.
They're going to.
Hard on that ball.
So the Pistons are going to challenge the out-of-bounds call, try to get the ball back here with 6:03 to go. Third quarter, Boston 72, Detroit 69 on the BetMGM WR.
At Walgreens, we know it's hard to pay attention to important flu information. What does keep your attention? Sports commentary.
Here we are, fourth quarter of the year. The clock's winding down and flu season's starting up. So don't get caught off guard. Make your move to Walgreens and get that flu shot. They even know which other vaccines you may need and when you need them. That's how you stay in the game.
So walk in or schedule an appointment today. That's the human kind of help. Walgreens.
Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
This season, everyone deserves a little more, and Mazda delivers with the extended driving range of the CX-50 Hybrid, so you can spend more time together. Standard all-wheel drive in every Mazda CUV, including the CX-5, and room to bring everyone with 3-row seating in the CX-90. Find more reasons to celebrate the season at the Mazda More to Move You sales event.
Every Mazda SUV offers you an elevated driving experience and refined performance. Discover it at Tasca Mazda Cranston.
Get ready to shop Lowe's Black Friday doorbuster deals to save $150 on a 30-inch Blackstone griddle, now $299. Plus, choose a Whirlpool top-load washer or Midea top freezer refrigerator for just $398. These limited-time doorbuster deals go fast, so get holiday ready today at Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid 11/28 through 12/1. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Hey, it's Gino from 105.7 WROR. Have you checked out our WROR contest page today? It's packed with a bunch of cool stuff, concert tickets, and it's always free to enter. Head there now on the 105.7 WROR app or at WROR.com/
Affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Celtics by 3, and they're going to lose the ball here on the coach's challenge. You don't challenge an out-of-bounds play like this at this stage of the game unless you're sure. The announcement coming from the 61-year-old Tony brothers that it will be Detroit ball out of timeout. I never had anyone next to me that actually Googles information during the game. I've become used to becoming this one-man band.
I'm used to my husband sending me links to, let me Google that for you.
Is it? I mean, what marriage has become, I'm sure you'll back me up. Marriage is essentially now sending a meme or a reel to your spouse while your spouse is sitting on the same couch with you, also on their phone.
Oh, I was going to say on a different floor.
That can be.
What are you doing? I thought we were going to bed.
Right, exactly. Just
but you're still on your phone, sending me.
My whole algorithm is reels about marriage and dogs. That's basically it.
Mine is about mothers,
yeah.
The mental load, and basketball. Maybe some fashion, hair, makeup in there.
Did you rent the runway tonight, or is this
I
straight?
did. I For folks, I know this is radio. I'm wearing a white dress. Haven't gotten it dirty yet.
Well, yes, I mean, someone might post a video. Duncan Robinson driving. Amari Williams is back in the game. He throws a bounce pass into the paint. Thompson had trouble gathering it, but when he does, he's able to lay it in, and challenge pays off. Pistons get the ball, and they're back within one. 72-71, quick three. Jaylen Brown, and it goes in, out, and back in again. And
That's the second kind roll JB's gotten tonight.
Celtics have gotten some very fortunate threes, and that's what they've had to do. They're shooting 45% for three. That's how they've stayed in it. Duncan Robinson takes the handoff back, swinging around the horn, the corner for Isaiah Stewart. Stewart spins on Jaylen Brown, floats it up with the left hand, comes up short, and Jaylen, that's a man-sized rebound, pulling it away from Asar Thompson. Sixth rebound for Jaylen. Lead for Derek White, another pull-up three. Rims out, rebound, tapped in the air, Pistons control, Cade Cunningham. Cunningham out of the pack with it. Derek White trying to slow him down. Cunningham gets in pretty deep. Dribbles twice with the left hand, throws back out to Thompson. Going to swing left wing, Duncan Robinson, three over Pritchard is good.
I do appreciate the Pistons offense. They get their paint touches in and drive with force.
Continuity. Playing so smart. Duncan Robinson has fit in perfectly here after bumpy first couple of games. 75-74, Boston by one. Jaylen loses Duncan Robinson, but before everybody can ooh and on, Jaylen sticks the jumper. They're calling the push-off offensive foul.
Duncan Robinson knew it after Jaylen shook him out of his shoes.
Yeah, he pushed him.
I feel like both teams are playing physically, Sean.
Abby, he pushed him. You want me to send you the reel with that on it?
No, I know, I thought. He extended his arm, I understand.
But we got to explain to people. If you come over to this side, we can't just, can't do the Tommy Heinsohn thing.
This is ridiculous!
These guys. 75-74, Pistons looking to regain a lead now. 4:24 to go in the third. Cade Cunningham gets in deep. Wild scoop shot blocked by Amari Williams. He blocked it off the glass. And here comes Derek White leading the break the other way. Shovel pass. Jordan Walsh attacks the paint. Oh, he got fouled. It looked like it goes out of bounds. They're giving this to the Celtics. It looked like Duncan Robinson grabbed his arm on the way by, but Celtics will get it.
Calling it on the floor. I'm going to go back to that JB foul. I feel like he was just kind of extending his arm.
He was. You know what?
It was a great play.
And let me ask you a question. If I did the same thing and I extend my arm to you, that's like...
To maintain his own space.
Okay.
Carve out his own space.
75-74. You're carving your own space out now. Jaylen Brown drives strong, lays it up with the right hand. He got to the cup, couldn't finish. Another chance for the Pistons now to regain the lead. 4 minutes remaining in the third, exactly right now if you're syncing up. Cade Cunningham keeps it away from Derek White, goes to the left hand. The scoop shot is no good. On the rebound for Derek White. Celtics trying to run. Derek White up the middle of the floor, attacks Duncan Robinson, leans in, flips it with the right hand, no good. Didn't really see the rim when he released it. Rebound kicked around, ends up in the hands of LeVert. He throws a pass ahead to Ivy, but they're going to say he got knocked down by Shireman. That will stop the fast break. And if you're the Pistons, you're saying, man, that foul call hurts us. But it may not, because it puts the Celtics over the limit.
Three minutes, 45 seconds
That's
to
a
go
long
in the
time.
third.
Free throw disparity already 20-12. Detroit, so now their free throw disparity will be 22-12. They will be plus 11 on the glass. And the Celtics are not out shooting them from the floor. And yet, Boston is up by one here with 3:45 to go in the third.
Celtics shooting nearly 45% from three. So it's keeping them in the game.
Karis LeVert, author of the 51-point game 6 years ago, right before the pandemic, playing for the Brooklyn Nets. He had a 40-point game in here, playing for the Cavaliers. And here the Cavs beat the Celtics 3 out of 4. Joe Mazzulla's first year. This was the last three-game losing streak until the 0-3 start this year. Celtics have still gone 5.5 years without a 4-game losing streak, 11 years without a 5-game losing streak. 76-75, Detroit back in front. Minot three, though, rattles home, and the lead lasts 6 seconds.
Beef stew right in his face. Josh Minot knocks it down.
It is crazy how well Josh Minot is shooting. He and Shireman the last couple of weeks. Cunningham drives, kick out, three, no good, back iron. And the Celtics have the rebound. That was Holland's three. Derek White, hesitation move, finds Shireman. He turns the corner. He was out of bounds, but he caught it. And the Celtics turn it over for the 9th time. Detroit's even won the turnover battle, and they still trail.
I guess just goes to show the work that Minot has put into that three-point shot. That was an issue coming in for him and in the draft process.
He is now over 40% on the year. He's made 20 of them. 78-76, Boston by 2, 2:58 to go in the third. Cunningham enters to Stewart, he runs into Hauser, lost it, has it back, pushes it out to Ivy, shovels into the corner, LeVert against Shireman. LeVert drives baseline, awkward looking pass, gets to Cade Cunningham, hesitation, three at the shot clock buzzer is another dagger from a guy who has a bag full of them in Cade Cunningham. 79-78, Detroit by 1. Hauser tries to get it back with a quick three. Comes up short, offensive rebound, Shireman. Floats it back out to Minot. Zips the entry. Everybody left Jordan Walsh all alone in what truly here is the dunker spot. He was the only one on the floor. He catches, slams it home, and it's 80-79. Celtics back in front.
Cade Cunningham feels like quietly 28 points. The only other guy on the Pistons with double digits is Jalen Duren.
And keep in mind, as we move along here, Detroit has been far and away the best team in the league in the clutch. He tried to rise into Jordan Walsh to get contact, and he lost the ball. Derek White picks it off the floor. White dribbles around LeVert, tried to float it up. Ivy came from the backside, knocked it away. Pistons running 3-on-2, bounce pass lead. Ivy misses the first shot, offensive rebound. Cunningham fouled by Minot.
Ivy, that's just his third game back, coming off of injury, is a little slow to get up.
He's been on a minute restriction, played just 27 minutes in these first 2 games.
Total. 22 points.
I'm not accustomed again to having someone who's done the statistical research before the game. Want that offensive rating check? I'll get it for you in a second.
That I can't look up by myself.
115.2, Boston 114.7. So both those are right dead average in today's NBA. Cunningham gets the free throws, and back and forth we go. 15th lead change, 81-80. Boston trailing by 1 with 1:49 to go in the third. Derek White. Straight away, moving to his right. Trying to get away from Holland, back to his left. Floats it back to Jordan Walsh, up fakes the three, going to drive on Holland, steps through him, trying to shovel a pass to the middle. Hauser couldn't handle it, a lot on it. Holland comes the other way. Celtics back defensively. Cade's got it, skip pass to the right corner, LeVert up fakes the three on Derek White. Long cross court, Holland touches it out to an open Cunningham, three though rims out. Rebound Derek White, you get to the point where you expect those to go in. Cunningham had been 4 of 7 from 3. Derek White puts in the hands of Hauser, return to Derek White, quick three, right side, swish. Now that shot wasn't there for Derek White early in the year. I've already decided I'm going to shoot it before I get it.
It wasn't there for Derek White early in this game.
83-81, Boston by 2. Derek White now 3 of 7 from distance. He's got 13 points. Final minute of the third quarter. Pistons looking for their first 14-game win streak in franchise history. Cade Cunningham against Sam Hauser. Spins to his left, finds the cutter coming baseline, and it's missed at the rim by Ron Holland. Celtics have it 2 for 1, 38 seconds to go. Hauser moves into the corner. Shireman closed on quickly by Jaden Ivey. Ball returned to Hauser. Derek White wants it to run the clock here with 30 seconds to go, but Celtics losing out on the 2 for 1. Jordan Wall sets the high screen. Derek White going to launch another three. Short front iron. Rebound. Shireman's got it, but he went over the back of Ivey to get it. Fourth foul on Shireman.
Garden crowd not happy with the officiating, letting them know it.
You're getting that call every time, and twice on Wednesday afternoon. Now we'll walk to the other end of the floor where Jaden Ivey can tie it with 21.6 to go in the quarter, and the Celtics will get it, presumably, with the shot clock off. Celtics jumped out to an early, small lead. Pistons took control, led by 10. Late in the first, led by 6. Late in the second, and then the Celtics went on the run. Late second, early third, built themselves a 6-point lead, and we've been going back and forth ever since.
Jaden Ivey, pretty remarkable how he's been able to come in and make it feel seamless after missing a year of basketball. We've talked about it all night long. The chemistry with this group of Pistons who experienced what they did back in 2023 has brought them so close together, and you can see it on the floor.
The final game of that losing streak was here in this building 2 years ago. 23 months ago.
And so close, you felt for them at the end of that game.
They had a 20-point lead in the first half. Game tied at 83, 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Anthony Simons only played 9 minutes today, has not made a shot. Hands to Derek White. 5 seconds to go. Derek White spinning, steps back behind the line, forces a three. It's no good, but a terrible foul by LeVert. And Derek White will get 3 free throws with 0.3 of a second left in the quarter.
There's LeVert, put his hands on his head after he heard the whistle. Still speaking with the official afterwards, but there was no question about that.
That year, the Pistons were 2-1 to start the year. Just like this year, they were 2-2. And this year, they won 13 in a row. That year, they lost 27 straight. So close, and so many of them. Well, think about winning a game in October and not winning again until a couple of days before New Year's. First of 3 is good for Derek White.
I mean, the Celtics lost more games this season than they did before December in the last 2 years.
9-8. Reminder, if they lose today, the season the last time they were 9-9 was actually the season everybody thought they were going to win the championship. The Kyrie year in 18-19. Celtics started off 9-9. Then turned it around.
Then
they were dominant middle half of the year. Yeah. They had that win in Chicago. They won by about 1 million. They won games in January. They were right where they needed to be. And then went into Madison Square Garden for shoot-around on February 1st. Kyrie said, talk to me in July. And from that point on, no coincidence that the 2019 season went south.
Silas, my second child, happened to be born January 11th of that year, and that was his greatest gift to me. I was not around for that second
famous shoot-around
of the second season of Kyrie Irving.
Who could have imagined the drama with Kyrie coming in with the Nets and knocking the Celtics out of the playoffs and stepping on the logo and then returning in the finals. 86-83 after the 3 free throws. Cade Cunningham lobs it the length of the floor. Derek White jumps in front of Duran to grab it. And the Detroit Pistons, who have not lost a game since October, will be trailing going to the fourth quarter. Pistons by 6 at the end of 1. Pistons by 1 at halftime, but now it is the Celtics by 3 as we make the turn for home. End of 3 at the Garden. Boston 86, Detroit 83 on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
You gotta love the nines.
Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR after the game.
1 month ago tomorrow, on October 27th, the Detroit Pistons lost a home game to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They dropped to 2-2. They have not lost since. They have matched the franchise record with 13 consecutive wins. Each of the previous 13-game win streaks in franchise history resulted in a world championship for the Pistons. But tonight, playing the underdog, undermanned Boston Celtics, it is the Pistons who trail by 3 as we go to the fourth quarter, 86-83.
Ugo Gonzalez on the floor for the Celtics, along with Josh Minot, to create some chaos, Sean.
Ugo played 38 seconds in the first half, and the Celtics were +7 in those 38 seconds.
Dang.
Seems impossible.
That's pretty good. I have a fun fact for you that I just learned. Amari Williams, 2 months older than Jalen Duren.
Sounds about right.
Celtics rookie big man, Jalen Duren, in his 4th season.
You always had the Baylor Shireman, Jordan Walsh thing, where Baylor Shireman is several years older than Jordan Walsh, and obviously Ugo Gonzalez, who still has not arrived at his 20th birthday.
Ugo Gonzalez, 19 years old, but feels like a 4-year vet.
Fourth quarter begins. Pistons with Javonte Green, Ivy, Holland, Stewart, Cunningham, only starter on the floor. He's played 28 minutes, has a game-high 30 points. Driving in the paint, a little no-look pass from Ivy. Dropped by Javonte Green, loose on the floor. He's got it back, ripped away from him, out of bounds by Simons. Pistons will keep it with 3.6 to shoot. Cunningham will trigger the under out of bounds. Lobs it. Stewart catches, falls away, forces it up, no good, gets his own rebound and taps it in. 86-85, and that will be the 15th offensive rebound for Detroit.
Yeah, 3 Celtics in the vicinity, too.
Celtics with Simons, Minot, Gonzalez, Hauser, Scheinman, all bench players to start the fourth quarter. Leading by one. Hauser, he takes aim at a deep three, and he hits it. All net. Dead center cut.
Love to see Sam taking those shots with confidence.
It was going to require a big three-point shooting day/night for the Celtics, and it has been. 16 of 34. Celtics have not lost a game this year where they've made 16 plus threes. Ivy tries to get it back, does not. Rebound. Minot deflects it to Hugo Gonzalez. A minute 5 into the fourth quarter. Boston by 4 on the ball. Simons. Going slowly, straight away. Wants Minot to come up, set a high screen. Simons creeps to the right side of the floor, lines up Isaiah Stewart. Simons, couple of dribbles to the right hand, bumped, flips it up, comes up short, and the rebound for Isaiah Stewart. Simons had a rough day, 0 for 5. Cade Cunningham trying to turn the corner on Shireman, back to his right, lost the ball. That came right out of his hand before the contact with Shireman. Gonzalez to steal, Simons pull up three, swish.
See, Sean, you did the reverse jinx. You do matter. You can make an impact.
And Gonzalez nearly made an impact on a steal from Cunningham, but he's called for a foul. The Celtics, the three-point shooting has been without hesitation today. And not a coincidence that they've had their best three-point shooting day of the year when you consider the opposition. 17 of 35. Detroit is 9 of 29, and that right now is the difference in the game. Celtics have their largest lead up by 7. 92-85. Pistons have pulled some rabbits out of the hat during this win streak. Ivy catches the bounce pass, gives up the three to attack, scoops it up, and scores, getting the foul on Gonzalez.
And that's something Joe told you pregame, is that's the difference in this Pistons team. One of the things that he's seen is their confidence in those moments, the poise, and just learning how to win in the NBA.
Not only do they go through the fire of losing streak, but a couple of coaches before that, you may remember this, Dwayne Casey brought these young Pistons to the finals here 4 years ago to experience what the NBA Finals was like. Like this is what you're aiming for. Free throw is good. 3-point play for Ivy. 92-88. Neither team can get any separation here. The largest lead was 10, and that was for Detroit in the first quarter. Simons against Isaiah Stewart again. Dribbling between his legs, trying to put him to sleep. Here's the step back three. No, back iron, rebound. Kept alive by Shireman, but Ivy will win the race to the loose ball. Ivy in the front court. Leans into Simons, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Stewart can't grab it. Shireman punches it free to Hugo Gonzalez. Nearly stripped from behind, but he keeps it away from Ivy. Puts it in the hands of Shireman. Shireman for Gonzalez. He gets it back, takes aim at a three. Nope, too strong. Rebound high in the air. Minot has it, sees it to Hugo Gonzalez, who attacks and gets fouled.
The confidence with which this group is playing, you can see it out there on the floor. They may not have played many minutes together, but the effort and competitive spirit is there.
Hugo Gonzalez, the author of one career-made free throw. We'll go to the line here with 9:23 to go, and Boston leading by 4, 92-88.
Hugo, at 19 years old, you can tell he's coming from a pro basketball environment. The maturity that he shows out there on the floor, and then not to mention, as he misses the free throw.
See, you did that. You were talking nice about him, and he missed the free throw. So you affected him.
Maturity that he shows out there on the floor, but also has the defensive instincts to be able to guard guys like Cade Cunningham.
Other factors here for the Pistons, obviously, as you mentioned earlier, final game of the 4-game road trip, and the big one, the NBA Cup Group Showdown with Orlando on Friday. Gonzalez gets the second one, so we're at 93-88, Boston by 5. Celtics certainly got a schedule win, catching the Magic on Sunday. Cade Cunningham, cross half court. It's a big national game here for the Pistons, trying to get this franchise record. Cunningham turns the corner on Minot. Attacks, goes to the left hand and scores. Everything he wants to do, he does.
Wow.
32 for Cade Cunningham.
No question about it.
93-90. Exactly 9 minutes remaining. Hugo Gonzalez. When do you bring Jaylen Brown back? Minot turns his hand over on it. Turns it over. And Tony Brothers hearing it.
Garden crowd getting a little restless.
Pistons with the ball down by 3. Here's Cunningham again. Keeping it away from Gonzalez, throwing an awkward pass back to Javonte Green. Green gets a screen from Duncan Robinson. Attacks, shut off by Gonzalez. Shovel pass to Sar Thompson. He bumps with Gonzalez, forces one up, no good. He was off balance. Minot grabs the rebound. Celtics just wouldn't budge defensively. Sar Thompson really forced it. Pritchard, bounce pass for Minot. Minot drives, spins on Stewart, floats it up. That was due to get blocked, and it did. Stewart played him perfectly. Cade, stop and start around Ugo Gonzalez. Hand off Isaiah Stewart. Two-hand slam. Timeout, Joe Mazzulla.
Celtics tried to create a wall for Cade Cunningham. It didn't matter.
For 40 minutes, the Celtics have stayed with the heavy favorites. 8:20 to go. Boston 93, Detroit 92 on the BetMGM.
Addiction doesn't discriminate. If you or a loved one is struggling with an addiction, the New England Recovery Center offers inpatient detox and clinical stabilization services, as well as individualized treatment planning, family support services, and continuing care. Recovery is possible. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB. All major insurance plans accepted. Take the first step on the path to recovery and reclaim your life at New England Recovery Center.
Hey, and see for yourself.
Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Raucous atmosphere. Celtics lead the Pistons 93-92 with 8:20 to go. 10-second station identification on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
Beasley Media Group's 105.7 WROR. WROR HD1. Framingham, Boston. 80s and more. More hits. More variety. Way more 80s.
Randy, Nabby, 19,156 of our closest friends at the Garden. Attendance brought to you as always by Ticketmaster. Feel the thrill of live Celtics basketball at the Garden all season with seats from Ticketmaster. Make it a switch. Buy and sell your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Celtics. Play a bunch of national TV games here on the road. Detroit tonight. Knicks game, NBC national game on Tuesday night, and then a week from Friday, Luka, LeBron, Marcus Smart, and the Los Angeles Lakers. Both the Celtics and Lakers will be on a back-to-back for that Amazon Prime game.
Still sounds weird.
Trying to get people used to it. What, Marcus Smart of the Lakers or Amazon Prime? Or both?
Well, both, but mostly Marcus Smart. Cade Cunningham on the bench for the first time here in the second half.
He's played 32 minutes, so they'll bring him back for the stretch run. Celtics get Pritchard, Brown, Walsh, Brown back in, Shireman, and Ugo Gonzalez. It's a big fourth quarter minutes here. Every game, Joe just playing it by ear down there. Jaylen Brown throws the left shoulder to Duncan Robinson. They're daring Jaylen to attack Duncan Robinson, then help, and it worked. Jaylen elevated. He said he got hit on the arm, but the ball pops free. Pistons can take the lead now with 7:54 to go. Sar Thompson or Tobias Harris bumping with Peyton Pritchard. He's going to try the follow away. Here it comes. Got it. See that coming against Pritchard. He was setting it up. Pistons regain the lead. They've scored 5 in a row. 94-93. Celtics led by 7 earlier in this fourth quarter. Jaylen Brown, stop and start, switches to the left hand, attacks, lays it up, bounces no good, gets his own rebound. Kick out Ugo Gonzalez for 3, not a chance. Back iron, and the rebound belongs to Isaiah Stewart.
Celtics, you'd like them to take advantage of these minutes without Cade on the floor.
And Durant.
And their starters in there.
7:15 to go. Detroit by 1. Karis LeVert finds Duncan Robinson. Returns to LeVert. Pretty good look at a 3. Got it. And here they come, the fourth quarter Pistons. They scored 9 in a row. They lead by 4, 97-93. Exactly 7 minutes remaining if you're sticking up. Pritchard stops on a dime, doesn't want to take the long 2. Instead finds Jaylen Brown. 5 in the third after 19 of the first half for Jaylen. Hasn't scored yet in the fourth, but here he comes down the right side. Stops on Duncan Robinson, 13-footer switch.
That's become a money shot for JB.
26 points on 24 shots for Jaylen Brown, 97-95. Detroit by 2 and the ball, 6:32 to go. Karis LeVert deep on the right side against Jordan Walsh. Pounds it with the left hand. Walsh reaching for it. LeVert swings it left wing. Harris holding. Looking inside to Stewart. Instead returns it to LeVert. Steps away from Walsh. Lean in 3 at the shot clock. Buzzing no good. Rebound. Great hustle play by Stewart. And he lobs it back into the court where Sar Thompson comes up with it. Hands to LeVert. He drives baseline but stepped out of bounds in the process.
Whew. Celtics. 36 seconds of great defense.
Detroit plus 9 on the glass. They outshot the Celtics, out-rebounded them, out-attempted them from the free throw line by 10. Turnover battle is even. How have the Celtics done this? They have knocked down 3s tonight. That's why they only trail by 2 with 6:07 to go. Derek White walks the dog to half court. Now the clock starts running. through the NBA Cup logo on the green court here at the Garden. Derek White, watched by Tobias Harris, moves it to Jaylen Brown. He's behind the screen, thought about it, now puts it to the floor, attacks, gets to the rim, two-hand slam, and a lot of Pistons looking around, pointing, I thought you had. And Jaylen goes in uncontested, and we're tied at 97.
Slight little hesitation making the Pistons guess.
5:42 to go. Tobias Harris against Shireman. Shireman hand in the face. Harris, couple of dribbles, spins back to his right, and lost the ball. It's punched away from him. Duncan Robinson chases it down at half court. Puts it in the hands of LeVert. LeVert elevates at 18 feet. No good. The shot clock buzzer. Celtics have the rebound. Whew. Pritchard got knocked down. Jaylen comes out of the pack with it. Jaylen Brown pull up three on Thompson. Going to be short. And it's rebound number 16 for Jalen Duren. Tie game. 5:09 to go. Tobias Harris. Right side, LeVert wants to enter it into Duren. Instead moves to Duncan Robinson, squares himself in midair, 8 feet away, and knocks it down.
Good off-ball movement by Duncan Robinson.
99-97, Detroit by 2. Clock rolling here with 4:51 to go. Derek White walks it across half court. LeVert waiting for him. Derek White picks up his dribble, hand to Shireman, quickly back to Derek White. Celtics been bogged down in the half court quite a bit, so Derek White just pulls up on Robinson and knocks down another one of those no-hesitation threes.
Huge
Derek
for the
White.
Celtics. Fourth quarter is Derek White time.
4 from 9 is Derek White. Celtics are 18 of 40, and J.B. Bickerstaff will call a timeout. As the Celtics remarkably still had the lead, because the one thing that has abandoned them for much of the year, the three-point shooting, has been right on time tonight. 4:23 to go. Boston 100, Detroit 99. Winning streak on the line on the BetMGM. WR.
This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Marty.
I was a really grumpy guy, sleeping like garbage, and getting older, the energy level was just in the toilet, and that was what led to me going in. I've been treated at Northeast Men's Health for low testosterone, coming on about 2 years now. Within a few weeks, I started noticing I was sleeping a little bit better. I definitely noticed a higher energy level, but the old man crankiness just went away. I'm able to stay really well organized. Nothing slips through the cracks. Having the T treatment is leading me to keep on top of my game. What I would say to any other guy that is in the same situation where they feel like they're dragging, just call Northeast Men's Health. You won't regret it.
Thanks, Marty. It's true. Low T therapy can dramatically change your life. Your initial appointment is only $99 with results in minutes. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call today, 617-793-5000, or go to northeastmenshealth.com.
Webster Bank was founded in 1935. Banking's changed since then, and so have we. We've grown into one of the largest banks with comprehensive financial solutions that meet the needs of modern life. But in 90 years, one thing hasn't changed. We're committed to doing what's right for our clients, our colleagues, and the communities we serve. Today, tomorrow, and for the next 90 years. A legacy of purpose with a future of possibilities. Learn more at websterbank.com. Webster Bank N.A., member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Life can be difficult, especially for those struggling with addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, contact New England Recovery Center today. At New England Recovery Center, you'll find compassionate staff providing inpatient detox, clinical stabilization services, and individualized treatment. All major insurance plans accepted. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB for more information. The road to recovery starts at New England Recovery Center.
People.com for an office near you.
Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Stay tuned for Amica Post Game Live, presented by Amica Insurance. And Amica, they build a game plan with you in mind. Visit Amica.com today to learn more about their award-winning customer service. Celtics have the lead, 100-99. 4:23 to go. The Pistons have not been able to shake them because the Celtics have had their best three-point shooting night of the year. And this is after a bad start. If you're just joining us, a 5 o'clock start apparently through the Celtics as they began the day 1 for 10, 1 of 8 from 3. So the Celtics are 17 of their last 32 from 3, which is about 53%.
I think the Pistons starting to feel the pressure. Never in franchise history have they won 14 in a row.
The two 13-game winning streaks were in 1989, the championship year, and in 2004, which was championship year.
Both times they won the NBA championship.
Keep in mind, The Pistons beat the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals in Game 4 at the Palace. They have not won a home playoff game since 17 years. Remember, they lost all the home games to the Knicks in the first round this past year. Cade Cunningham.
Caesars Arena, not seen a playoff win.
Nope. Cade Cunningham down the left side, switches to the right hand, runs it up and in, and puts the Pistons back in front. 18th lead change. 101-100. Detroit with the lead. We're going to hit 4 minutes remaining if you want to sync up with ESPN right now. 4 minutes left. Derek White. Watched by Duncan Robinson. Jaylen Brown sets the screen, now peels away. That's where the ball goes. He spins, gets away from Duncan Robinson, attacks the paint, lays it up, and in. Could have been an and one as Cade Cunningham came to challenge it. The superstars doing battle now. Cade puts the Pistons up. Jaylen Brown responds. 102-101 Boston. 3:38 to go. They enter in the paint. Duren runs it up, no good. Rebound, pinballed around, and Jordan Walsh will grab it. Boston by 1. And the ball, 3.5 to go.
Jaylen Brown there for the challenge on Duren.
Jaylen Brown swings to Derek White. Another three. Got it! Fifth of the night for Derek White. 105-101. Pistons down by 4. 3:14 to go. Harris LeVert down the left side. Moves in the middle. Caught there by Duren. Ball slapped away from him by Jaylen Brown. He either went out of bounds. It's so loud in here you couldn't tell if they called a foul. It's definitely going to be Detroit ball. As Jaylen Brown got it loose from Duren, preventing the dunk. Celtics have been really good in the second half, getting into the paint to slap the ball away from Duren.
This vet stepping up defensively.
Under out of bounds. It's safe for the Cade Cunningham. Cade, right-hand dribble, picks it up. Duncan Robinson, his floating three. No good. Back iron rebound, Jordan Walsh. Celtics have the ball in a 4-point lead. 2:56 to go. Jaylen Brown starts the drive, spins around Duncan Robinson, attacks the paint, runs it up, no good. Gets his own rebound. He's 1-on-3, so he'll kick out and he threw it right to Cade Cunningham. He was off balance on that pass. Cade Cunningham keeps it away from Jordan Walsh, moves it left side to LeVert. His three is no good. Rebound, Jordan Walsh has it. And they're calling a foul on the floor against the Celtics. Tony Brothers called it from the backside. Did he maybe get Shireman?
You can't be serious! Sorry,
yeah, Shireman, Duncan Robinson sold it big.
That was a terrible
discussing challenging on the Boston bench, but there was enough contact that even if it wasn't a great call, you're not going to get it overturned. So possession instead goes to Detroit, down by 4 with 2:37 left. What a ball game this has turned into. Harris LeVert finds Cade straight away against Shireman. Cade Cunningham, 2 dribbles to the left hand, pulls up, fall away, swish. That dude is a stone-cold killer. 34 for Cade Cunningham. 105-103. Boston by 2. And the ball clock rolling with 2:18 to go.
What a game. What a battle of superstars.
Jaylen Brown challenged by Jalen Duren. Gonna pull up, shoot the three over him, no good, and the rebound belongs to the Pistons, Tobias Harris. Jaylen just 2 of 7 from 3. Cade Cunningham lobs on the inside. Duren spins away from Jordan Walsh, lost it, ball slapped away from him. Duren's got it back, reaching in Derek White. Did he tie him up for a jump ball? Or do they call the foul? Let's see, it's a foul on Derek White.
So Derek looked frustrated.
That's the last foul the Celtics had to give with 1:55 to go. He got all ball the first time. I'm not sure he didn't have it the second time, but might have reached out with his left hand. He's giving away a lot of strength. Now they're saying Duren was going up for it, so they're going to give him free throws here. Interesting, to try to tie the game with 1:55 to go. That's the 4th foul on Derek White. So 5 on Shireman, 4 apiece on White and Brown as Duren, who's improved on the year now to 76%. Now 3 of 5 today as he makes the first.
Derek playing with those 3 fouls for that entire second half. This is his first of the half.
Been a long time since Celtic fans could rally behind an underdog, and they have done it here all night. Duren's second free throw is in the air. 11th tie. We've had 11 ties, 19 lead changes. Right back where we started, even at 105. Clock rolling with 1:49 to go. Derek White finds Jaylen Brown deep on the left side against Tobias Harris. Duren comes out to challenge. Trying to dare Jaylen Brown to drive against Duren. He does. Down the right side, gets in deep, goes off the glass and in. Scoring the foul.
Jaylen Brown once again this season, putting the Celtics on his shoulders.
32-10 for Jaylen Brown in a vintage extra hours in the weight room performance. He can give the Celtics a 3-point lead from the line with 97 seconds to go.
Jaylen thriving in this physical environment. As Joe likes to say, inside the arena.
He also has 5 of the Celtics' 24 assists in this one. Jaylen Brown bends the knees on the free throw. It is in the air and good. 108, 105. Celtics by 3. Pistons win streak on the line with 1:33 to go. Harris LeVert, cross-court, Cade Cunningham, drives on Shireman. He's in the paint, runs it off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound to Sar Thompson. One dribble, and then throws it out to an open Harris. A 3 would have tied the game, no good. Another offensive rebound, Cade Cunningham, and he's fouled, knocked down by Pritchard. And Cade will go to the line with 77 seconds remaining, and Detroit trailing by 3.
Taylor Shireman arguing with Dennis Schroeder, looking for fouls inside before it came to that.
Cade Cunningham at the line with 2 shots. Only Tyrese Maxey and James Harden have scored this many points against the Celtics this year. Cunningham with 36 as he goes to the line here for 2. With 1:17 to go, first one's good. Now 9 of 10 from the line. Only 3 guys have made more than 10 free throws against the Celtics this year. Duran is one of them. Cade Cunningham right down the middle. He gets them both. Boston the ball. Their lead is a single point. 108-107. Clock rolling now with 1:15, 1:14, 1:13 to go in regulation. Derek White across the NBA Cup logo at center court. Duran down in his defensive stance. Shireman pulls away on the screen. Derek White pulls up and takes the 3 and drills it. Derek White couldn't buy one a couple of weeks ago. Now he's put the Pistons up against it. Down 4 in the final minute. Cunningham deep in the paint. Runs it with the right hand. No good. Jaylen deflects the rebound. Cunningham's got it. Kick out to the open man. Harris 3. Drills it. The Celtics' failure to secure defensive rebounds is keeping the Pistons alive. Boston by 1. 111-110. 45 seconds to go. Derek White puts in the hands of Jaylen Brown. He's out at half court. Tobias Harris in his defensive stance. Jaylen pulls up. Elbow jumper. Rims out. Rebound. Sar Thompson. Detroit with the ball down by 1. 30 seconds to go. 20 on the shot clock. Cade Cunningham angles to his right. Shireman reaches out. Cunningham step back 3. Air ball comes right to Sar Thompson. Thompson dribbles out in the wing. Cunningham wants it. Takes the handoff. Bickerstaff maybe trying to call a timeout. He is with 9 on the shot clock. 17.8 on the game clock. Pistons will have the ball down by 1.
Woo.
You picked a good one.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. What a game. This is so fun. The Celtics taking the #1 team in the East, riding a 13-game win streak down to the wire, up 1 with 18 seconds to go.
For all of the difficult nights that go through the second apron gap year that the Celtics and the fans will experience, there will be nights like this when they will get a chance to shock the NBA. There's nothing better than to do it on national TV in one of these high-profile games. Celtics 17.9 seconds away, but it's Pistons ball. Celtics should get it last, but we remind you, the Pistons beat the Celtics in Game 3 of the season, and they are only down by 1 right now because they have once again controlled the offensive glass.
A tale of 2 teams as well when it comes down to crunch time so far in this season. Celtics have improved in that area as of late. They're being tested here.
Celtics will defensively go with Shireman will stay out there with Pritchard, White, Brown, and Walsh. Celtics have both timeouts remaining. Pistons have 1 timeout. 17.9 to go. Pistons will have the ball here down by 1. LeVert replacing Sar Thompson with the other starters, Harris, Duran, Robinson, and Cunningham. LeVert will trigger the side of the bounds. It's in his hands. 5-second count was about to begin, but they stop it. Scores table issue, it appears.
Celtics still have 2 timeouts left. Sweeney Brothers walking to the scorer's table, getting it figured out. 9 seconds on the shot clock.
Pistons have 21 offensive rebounds.
Oof.
Nine on the shot clock, 17.8 on the game clock. Now the 5-second count begins. LeVert floats it for Cade Cunningham. Jordan Walsh guarding him. Robinson sets the screen. Cade Cunningham dribbles behind his back. Derek White knocked it away. Off Cunningham, out of bounds. Jordan Walsh played the defense. Cade Cunningham got careless with the ball, and Derek White was lurking to deflect it free. Off Cunningham, out of bounds. Now the Pistons will have to foul if the Celtics can get it in safely with 12.8 to go, leading by 1. Celtics need to get Simons back in this game. And they do.
What a play. What hustle from Derek White and Jordan Walsh.
This has been the game that Celtic fans have been waiting for Derek White to play. Shireman struggling to get it in. Lobs into the front court. Derek White will get there. Derek White trying to run away. Gets fouled by Tobias Harris with 9.9 to go. And now we play the free throw game. Derek White has been brilliant in the second half.
Despite struggling in the first.
Derek White will leave the line with 2 shots.
But that's what you love about Derek White and the mentality. Despite his early season struggles, the confidence remains.
23 points, 6 rebounds for Derek White in the second half. Now he will let a deep breath go as he goes to the line. Bends the knees, first free throw, right down the middle. Derek White and Jaylen Brown have answered the big boy, big game challenge tonight. They've combined for 59 points and 17 rebounds. Pistons have 1 timeout remaining. They will presumably take it after the second free throw here for Derek White. Duran, Stewart on the inside of Minot and Jordan Walsh in case there's a rebound. Derek White trying to give Boston a 3-point lead. Oh, it gets reverentially quiet here in the building. Free throws in the air and good. And there's the timeout. 113, 110. Boston the lead, 9.9 to go.
Timeout, Detroit.
Sean, what does this game tell you about this team? Playing shorthanded without Nimish Keita against the top team in the East, who came in here looking for a physical battle.
That, for the most part, and if you think about it throughout the course of the year, everybody has stayed ready and competed. But the nights that they've competed, but they haven't been able to shoot threes, you're not going to be able to stay with the elite teams. It takes the recipe of everybody competing, working hard defensively, and even getting beat on the glass. What did we say from the start to the middle to now? For the Celtics to beat an elite NBA team, they're going to have a big day shooting threes. They are 20 of 43.
And that is the identity that Joe Mazzulla has tried to instill in these guys from the start of camp. Go all out, bring the energy, and knock down some shots.
The Celtics losing the free throw battle as they always do. They're losing the turnover battle in this one, but the big turnover by Cade Cunningham in the final seconds has Boston 9.9 away. Pistons are 11 of 36 from 3. They don't want to wait too long. If they can get a quick 2 and there's time, but they don't want to mess around with 9.9 on the clock. 113-110 is the Boston lead. Celtics have a couple of signature wins already, most notably blowing out the Cavs, but this would move to the top of the list if they can snap the Pistons franchise record 13-game win streak. Pistons do not have a timeout. They have to get it in with 9.9 to go. Jaylen Brown will guard it as Duncan Robinson receives it. 5-second count underway. Robinson, bounce pass into Cade Cunningham, and Baylor Shireman will give the foul. Celtics are not going to let them shoot a 3. Now, what that does, it fouls Shireman out of the game. So Shireman becomes the sacrificial lamb. He fouls out, and the Celtics are not going to let the Pistons shoot a three.
Going with the rookie big, Amari Williams checking in.
That is to get any free throw miss. Celtics have 2 timeouts, so they're probably going to start calling them here. And then you can put offensive players and free throw shooters in.
So you're saying I have time before I have to run out on the floor?
You said earlier you're saying they have a chance. I'm saying there's time.
There's time.
Amari Williams in there as a big, known to me as Keita. So instead of guards are coming in, it's going to be Amari Williams and Minot on the inside as Cade gets the first free throw. He's now 11 of 12. 0.8 of a second came off the clock, so 9.1 to go. And the Celtics basically just going to play the free throw game until this gets whittled down. If you play the free throw game, you have to win it. You've got to match Detroit. The 3-point game becomes a 2-point game. That changes the entire dynamic of the strategy.
Garden crowd on their feet.
Cade Cunningham's 40th point of the game gets Detroit within 1, and there's the first timeout taken by Joe Mazzulla with the Celtics leading 113-112. Now you get the free throw shooters in there, and keep this in mind as well, because this is a new trend in the NBA. Sending 2 guys to the ball, you think they're going to foul, and they don't. And then a third player, there have been a couple of games that have turned on this. A third player comes and ties up for a jump ball.
Sean, if that actually happens, I will be very impressed. Not that I'm not impressed already, but.
You sit next to me for 2.5 hours and you haven't been impressed until now?
That's what I'm saying. I am impressed, but if you can
you think Mike's
predict that
By the
play.
way, happy birthday, Mike Gorman. I was about to say, you think he's the only one going to the Hall of Fame? Come on now. All right,
Happy
113.
birthday, Mike Gorman.
113-112, 9.1 to go. Had Max's 70th birthday the other day.
Yep. It's a big one. He was here.
He was here
Why
for
isn't he
it.
here today?
It's
He's
Thanksgiving.
missing a great game, too. I'm not complaining.
You were here. You've got some great ones. I'm remembering the Clipper one that went into overtime when Gordon Hayward fouled and they didn't call it.
That was a
Crawford.
playoff, too, wasn't it?
No, well, it was not a playoff game against the Clippers, but
Oh, you're right.
it was a
That makes
high-intensity overtime game that Doc Rivers was coaching. All right, Celtics will return to the floor. Pritchard, Brown, Hauser, Simons. Derek White will inbound it. Celtics advance into the front court. They lead by 1, 113-112. Pistons will send their best defender, Asar Thompson, to go try to stay with Anthony Simons in the backcourt. White has it. 5-second count begins. Derek White struggling to get it in. Going to call the second timeout. Now the Celtics have to get it in. And they don't have that timeout to substitute in the free throw game if this is the way we continue to go. You didn't want to have to give it up there, but Asar Thompson kept Simons from getting free.
And these are the moments, the learning moments from earlier this season where we can find out how the Celtics are improving, getting better.
As soon as we're done, we'll get you over on our flagship station, 98.5, the Sports Hub. Get you down to Long Island for Bruins Islanders.
And honestly, Sean, that's something that I hadn't really considered going into the season. In these last-second shots, late moments, you get the ball into Jason Tatum's hands.
The Celtics have not only gone head-to-head, possession for possession, tooth and nail with the top team in the Eastern Conference. They have done it in clutch time against easily the best clutch team in the NBA.
Speaks to that championship DNA.
Right, a lot of coaches are talking about that now because they're choosing their words carefully when they come in here. About, hey, tell me about the Celtics. So they have that championship DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Heard that a lot.
It's not wrong. To me, I feel like you see it out there on the floor, that poise, the maturity in these moments.
Clearly been
And
on
that's
display today.
something that was missing earlier in the season.
Derek White will trigger the inbound against Isaiah Stewart. Now the Celtics have to get it in. Neither team has a timeout. Neither team has a foul to give. Boston by 1, 9.1 to go. Derek White struggling to get it in, throws it up for grabs. Simons ends up controlling it. You can't run away from Cade Cunningham for more than a couple of seconds. We go down to 6.3. Derek White had nowhere to go, and that was a hope. Throw it to the middle of the floor and cross your fingers. Pull on a wishbone that the Celtics retain possession. Now Simons, who has not been to the line yet today and is 1 of 7 from the floor, will go there with 6.3 to go, and the Celtics leading by 1. What a spot. First one. Got it. Now, the discussion, Celtics don't, neither team has a timeout to go over this. The Celtics clearly have been going with the idea they're not going to let the Pistons get a three-point shot off, and they're going to foul. But you got to make a free throw before you do that. That's where there's confusion. Minot comes back in. So the Celtics defensively will have Walsh, Minot, Jaylen Brown out there with Simons, and Derek White. Simons has to make the second free throw to make it a three-point game with 6.3 to go. Spins it back into the right hand, bends the knees. Free throw is good. No timeouts here for Detroit. Their winning streak on the line, down by 3 with 6.3 to go. Levert jogs back to inbound. Getting it in, safe for the Cade Cunningham. Here we go, 5 seconds. Cade Cunningham in the front court. The Celtics reach out. Jordan Walsh commits the foul. Cade Cunningham's going to argue he was in a shooting motion. He was not. Clock goes to 3.8. That's where the Cade Cunningham free throws will come. And now the question is, are we into the territory of Cade Cunningham? The officials are huddling together as if they want to discuss whether Cade was in the shooting motion or not. But assuming he gets 2 free throws here, are they in a position where they're going to miss the second one on purpose? Oh, they're giving him the free throws. They're giving Cade Cunningham the 3 free throws.
Sam Cassell cannot believe it.
Now they're going to look at it on the... Remember,
As they should.
And Joe Mazzulla looks over. He can't challenge because he doesn't have a timeout. The Celtics cannot challenge the call because they don't have a timeout. It was a judgment call. Jenna Schroeder immediately said on the floor, Jumbotron review here, that is not a shooting foul. And it was Tony Brothers who overruled the call of the official that made the call and said 2 free throws, not 3. With the Pistons down 3 and 3.8 to go.
On the floor, when she made that call confidently. She was adamant about that. There was no question in her mind if Cade was in the shooting motion.
She had the call. The near official said 2 free throws, and she was overruled.
Tony Brothers. Once again.
And if you're saying, why can't you challenge? Because the penalty for losing a challenge is you lose a timeout. So you have to have a timeout to challenge. And the Celtics, because they could not get the ball in bounds, had to use their last timeout. So now everything changes. Cade Cunningham goes to the line. Instead of 2 free throws down by 3, he gets 3 free throws to try to tie it. They reset the game clock to 4.4. And remember, when it's over, no timeouts for the Celtics. And if Cade misses the third, remember, you got to box out on Duren. First free throw. Good.
Maybe it is me, Sean. Overtime, when I'm in this seat, that's just what happens.
Cade is 13 of 14 from the line. Gets the second. It rattles home.
Buyer beware.
One more would tie it with 4.4 to go. Celtics cannot have a timeout, so Amari Williams will stay in the game here for a last shot attempt with Jordan Walsh, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, and Peyton Pritchard. And Amari Williams has to box out Jalen Duren in case Cunningham misses the 3rd free throw. It is in the air. It bounces out. Rebound. Pritchard. 2 seconds to go, and he gets fouled. Cade Cunningham hit the first one down the middle. The second one bounced around the rim and fell in. The third one was not the charm. Amari Williams boxed out Jalen Duren. Peyton Pritchard got the rebound, and now he will go to the line with Boston up by 1 and 2.4 to go. Neither team has a timeout. Pritchard's first free throw is good. You want to make the second one just in case. And the last thing you want to do is foul. Amari Williams doesn't know where to go. They're telling him to get on the line in case Pritchard misses the second free throw. 2.4 to go, no timeouts for Detroit. Second free throw is good. Pistons need a 3 to force overtime and keep the win streak alive. Last chance for Detroit. Karis LeVert under his own basket, lobs it into the front court, caught by Durham, cross court, picked off by Jordan Walsh. The Celtics have won it, and they have ended the Detroit Pistons franchise record win streak.
Boston Celtics win 17.
stunner in high drama fashion. Cade Cunningham dragged the Pistons to the brink, but finally missed his 16th free throw of the night. And a couple of monster defensive plays and clutch steals, and the Celtics score their biggest win of the year. The final score, Boston 117, Detroit 114. All of Celtics Nation can be thankful tomorrow. Back with more on the BetMGM WRO.
Men, is good enough really what you want with your sex life? This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health. And if erectile dysfunction is making for a bad bedroom experience for you and your partner, you should call us, because you want your intimacy to be fantastic, both for you and for the one you love. At Northeast Men's Health, our treatments have success rates of well over 90%. And because we're a medical practice focused on men's sexual health, we can offer many treatment options and even combine treatments to find the right one for you. Which means if you're like most of our patients, we can likely get you performing like you haven't in years. You could even last up to an hour or more and make sex great again. So make an appointment and make a change from good enough to really good. For just $99, you'll get a medical consult, blood work, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 617-793-5000. That's 617-793-5000. Or go to northeastmenshealth.com. That's northeastmenshealth.com. We have 5 offices across the Northeast to serve you. Northeast Men's Health, a Promedic restorative health practice.
Webster Bank was founded in 1935. Banking's changed since then, and so have we. We've grown into one of the largest banks with comprehensive financial solutions that meet the needs of modern life. But in 90 years, one thing hasn't changed. We're committed to doing what's right for our clients, our colleagues, and the communities we serve. Today, tomorrow, and for the next 90 years. A legacy of purpose with a future of possibilities. Learn more at websterbank.com. Webster Bank N.A., member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Did you hear Shaw's and Star Market have lowered hundreds of prices on the items you buy most, like boneless chicken breast, 2-liter Coca-Cola, fresh avocados, snacks, cereal, and much more, all at new lower prices. Find new lower price tags aisle after aisle and save on your grocery essentials. Want more value and savings? Shop the new lower prices and deals at Shaw's and Star Market today. See full savings claim details at shaws.com/lower prices or starmarket.com/lower prices. Shaw's and Star Market. Go shopping. Get rewarded.
Bon Jovi's on 105.
Tired of a leaky roof or siding that looks worn? Your neighbors have trusted GF Sprague to do it right the first time since 1969. Protect your home's exterior with a solution that's built to last and backed by a forever warranty. Use GF Sprague for all your exterior home needs.
Addiction doesn't discriminate. If you or a loved one is struggling with an addiction, the New England Recovery Center offers inpatient detox and clinical stabilization services, as well as individualized treatment planning, family support services, and continuing care. Recovery is possible. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB. All major insurance plans accepted. Take the first step on the path to recovery and reclaim your life at New England Recovery Center.
Defensive plays and clutch steals, and the Celtics score their biggest win of the year. The final score, Boston 117, Detroit 114. All of Celtics Nation can be thankful tomorrow. Back with more on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network. With an advanced network, cybersecurity solutions, and trusted partnership, Comcast Business powers more businesses than anyone. Call or visit ComcastBusiness.com. Today, the Comcast Business Connect postgame will continue. Celtics beat the Pistons 117-114. They snapped their franchise record 13-game win streak, and it will be a night that will be discussed. We'll wrap it next on the BetMGM WR.
Hi, this is Bob Sosi, voice of the Patriots Radio Network. When I needed a new car for all the driving I do to the stadium and with my kids, I needed an auto dealer that I could trust, while making it quick and easy to purchase. That's when I found my good friends at AutoFair. With over 2,300 cars in stock, AutoFair offers unbeatable prices, convenient hours, even same-day oil changes and tire rotations. In short, choosing AutoFair was easy. With 7 convenient locations around New Hampshire and Mass, there's an AutoFair near you. Visit autofair.com.
Hey, it's Bob from Bob and LBF in the Morning. Just as your workday gets started, we give you 2 hours of commercial-free music. It's like a jolt of coffee to get you going. Listen every weekday morning starting at 9:15, right here on 105.7 WROR.
Get ready to shop Lowe's Black Friday doorbuster deals to save $150 on a 30-inch Blackstone griddle, now $299. Plus, choose a Whirlpool top-load washer or Midea top freezer refrigerator for just $398. These limited-time doorbuster deals go fast, so get holiday ready today at Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid 11/28 through 12/1. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
It's time to start a healthy relationship with your money. With Navigant Credit Union, there are no hidden fees, great interest rates, and support that puts you first. Make the switch today. Navigant Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA.
Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Derek White across the NBA Cup logo at center court. Duran down in his defensive stance. Shireman pulls away on the screen. Derek White pulls up and takes the three and drills it. Derek White couldn't buy one a couple of weeks ago. Now he's put the Pistons up against it, down 4 in the final minute. This amazing player of the game, Derek White. How about 25 points in the second half? As the Celtics come from 10 down, they beat the Pistons, snap the Pistons franchise record win streak. 117-114 is the final. Our amazing player of the game brought to you by the Lexus TX. Room for whatever your passion is. In fact, up to 7 passionate individuals can ride in perfect comfort in the 3-row Lexus TX experience. Amazing at your Lexus dealer. Abby's come back because she wanted to say goodbye. Which makes all the sense in the world, even though you had to go down to the floor. Tell everybody about your interview, what the mood was like on the floor.
The mood was joyous. Derek White could not have been more excited. I asked him about the rebound the Celtics pulled down from Cade Cunningham after that missed free throw, and he told me it felt like it was the first rebound they'd pulled down in over 3 minutes. So that was a huge play, a winning play by these Boston Celtics. And for Derek himself, who, as you mentioned, 25 of his 27 points coming in the second half, he said, I just need to be more consistent.
This was supposed to be the formula, right, for the Celtics to be competitive this year. Jaylen Brown and Derek White played like all-stars, and then you figure out the rest, the bits and pieces. Those two combined for 60 points and 17 rebounds. Jaylen Brown, 74 points in 2 games against Detroit this year, and it was enough to make up the rebounding differential and to win this game without Kada. And I know they blew out the Cavs by 20. You know, they had the good game. They beat the Clippers. They've beaten some good teams. But this clearly, the game of the year, the win of the year to this point. And for the Celtics, to start this 8-game gauntlet that had everybody freaking out. And they've started the gauntlet 2-0.
Well, Derek was quick to tell me on the floor this was not a statement. This is a win they battled hard for and felt like they should have won, which is the mindset you want these guys to have. That is the standard that is set here in Boston. But I agree with you. This is a huge win for this team, and it's got to be a huge confidence boost for them going forward.
All right, you're a mom with 2 kids and 2 jobs. Go ahead and do the other one. Thanks for hanging out.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thank you for having me. Thankful for you,
always.
Sean.
Always thankful for the great Abby Chin joining us here. And every time she touches the microphone, we get a great game. So we have that as well. Celtics has do some business here. 24 assists with each one. Delta Dental in Massachusetts donates $25 to the Tufts University School of Dental Medicine's Cares for Veterans program. Visit 98.5 The Sports Hub /veteran. See how they're connecting every veteran in need of oral health care in Boston to a dental home at no cost. We laid out at the start of Sunday the 8-game gauntlet the Celtics were entering at 500 after they had the disappointing loss to the Brooklyn Nets. The question was, could they be 500? Could they go 4-4 in the gauntlet? Well, 2-0 is a pretty good start. Now they head out for a very difficult weekend, a back-to-back that will bring them Sunday to Cleveland, but we will be back with you next. Max and I from Target Center in Minneapolis on Saturday afternoon, as the Celtics get a look at Anthony Edwards and a Minnesota Timberwolves team that has been disappointing. They have looked dominant at times, but they've let a lot of close games get away, and they're starting to lose some traction to Oklahoma City, Denver, the Lakers, and Houston out west. So a very important game. Minnesota they're playing at OKC tonight, and then they will host the Celtics on Saturday afternoon, which is when we join you next. So hopefully we kept you company and kept you entertained for the last 3 hours. This was as good as it gets so far for the Celtics this year. They are now 2 games over 500 for the first time at 10-8, and they score the signature win, snapping the Detroit Pistons franchise record win streak by a final of 117-114. Max and I will talk to you from Minneapolis on Saturday afternoon. In the meantime, man, Skaz, you picked a great day to wrap this one up.
Absolutely, Sean. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you and Abby Chin and your families. But yes, what a win for the Celtics. Best win of the year. I don't think it's hyperbole to say that. 117-114 win over the Pistons, snapping, as Sean said, the Pistons franchise record win streak. We'll wrap it up next on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
Webster Bank was founded in 1935. Banking's changed since then, and so have we. We've grown into one of the largest banks with comprehensive financial solutions that meet the needs of modern life. But in 90 years, one thing hasn't changed. We're committed to doing what's right for our clients, our colleagues, and the communities we serve. Today, tomorrow, and for the next 90 years. A legacy of purpose with a future of possibilities. Learn more at websterbank.com. Webster Bank N.A., member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, where our erectile dysfunction treatments are shown to be effective in well over 90% of cases. Here is one of our patients, Bill, sharing his experience on our ED treatments.
My name's Bill, and I'm a patient at Northeast Men's Health. I suffered with ED for a couple of years, and I wasn't satisfied with my intimate life with my wife. If you have a problem, find a solution. If you have ED, seek out Northeast Men's Health. Go there. You've got nothing to lose. I am having good sex, but it's not just about the sex. Colors are brighter. My mood was brighter. I had more passion for everything in my life, not just sex, everything. I'm going to Northeast Men's Health. Go there, give it a try, meet the people there. They'll take care of you.
Thanks, Bill. It's true. If you're like most men, we'll help you get your sex life back. For just $99, you'll get a medical consult, blood work, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call today, 617-793-5000, or go to northeastmenshealth.com. That's northeastmenshealth.com.
Life can be difficult, especially for those struggling with addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, contact New England Recovery Center today. At New England Recovery Center, you'll find compassionate staff providing inpatient detox, clinical stabilization services, and individualized treatment. All major insurance plans accepted. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB for more information. The road to recovery starts at New England Recovery Center.
Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR after the game.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the WROR Celtics radio network.
Beasley Media Group's 105.7 WROR. WROR HD1. Framingham, Boston. 80s and more. More hits. More variety. Way more 80s.
Jaylen Brown to drive against Durant. He does. Down the right side. Gets in deep. Goes off the glass and in. Scoring the foul.
Jaylen Brown, once again this season, putting the Celtics on his shoulders.
32 and 10 for Jaylen Brown in a vintage extra hours in the weight room performance.
Yeah, and that bucket from Jaylen Brown, that and one late, is our Michelob Ultra Hustle play of the game. Jaylen Brown, the Michelob Ultra Hustle player of the game. Michelob Ultra, only 95 calories and superior smooth taste. It's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly. And yes, Jaylen Brown was the man for the Celtics tonight. Struggled 1 of 8 to start, but ends up with 33 points on 12 of 32 shooting. Really took over down the stretch. And Derek White, this was superstars going at it. Derek White, a questionable start to the year, not the Derek White Celtics fans have become accustomed to. Only 2 points in the first half, but then he erupts for 25 in the second half, ending with 27. Some big buckets down the stretch. And the big story for Celtics fans and for Derek White is Derek White was 6 of 11 from beyond the arc. Some struggles early in the season. If the Celtics are going to continue to win big games like this, they're going to need Derek White to shoot like that. 6 of 11 from beyond the arc is massive for this team. And a lot of guys stepping up with Neemias Queta out. We saw Baylor Shireman get some minutes. We saw Josh Minot step into his role, and even Amari Williams had a big box out late, helped Peyton Pritchard get that rebound. A total team effort from the Celtics tonight. I do believe it is their best win of the year. Everybody chipping in, Jaylen Brown being Jaylen Brown, Peyton Pritchard doing what he does, making plays late, and you got to see Cade Cunningham and Jaylen kind of battle down the stretch. As a Celtic fan, there's not much more you could ask for out of this game. Jordan Walsh playing good defense down the stretch. I know he had that foul that Tony Brothers, of all people, what a shock, called 3 free throws on that one. I don't think it was a terrible call. He was kind of in the shooting motion. Walsh has to be a little better there, but a very good Celtics win. Hopefully, they can build on this. Amari Williams looks like a guy that should be in the rotation, even with Neemias Queta out. So a lot to be thankful for Celtics fans, and we will be doing extended post-game coverage on WROR after this. If you want to tune in for more, we'll be doing extended coverage again on WROR. Just want to quickly go over a couple things that stood out to me from this one. The offensive rebounds. The Celtics had 12 offensive rebounds in this game, which is a pretty good number for Boston, but they allow Detroit to get 21 offensive rebounds, a number that seems almost impossible to allow and then win the game. But the Celtics just continue to battle, outscoring the Pistons in the third and fourth quarter, tying the Pistons in the fourth quarter there, holding on to the disparity in the third quarter. A really good game from the Celtics. A couple too many fouls, free throws. The Pistons shoot 36, Celtics only shoot 24. Not exactly what you're looking for there, but how can you complain about this one? A shorthanded Boston team taking on the hottest team in the NBA, the hottest team in the Eastern Conference, and they get a little bit of everything from everybody on the roster. So I want to give a big shout out to Tyler Knudsen engineering this one, obviously Grandy and Abby Chin. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. And producing tonight, the Jake Seymour, green teamer extraordinaire, his first game producing for the Celtics. So stay with us on WRL. We have extended post game next, but thank you to everyone tuning in. Happy Thanksgiving. And you've been listening to the Celtics on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
This is Boston Celtics basketball.
Jalen, right-hand dribble into the paint, goes to Derek White, who steps back into the corner for three.
Moving and grooving. The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks, Amica Insurance, your New England Honda dealers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Jalen forces it up over C. He tied it. He did it. Jalen Brown from the corner with 5.6 to go. Kick out, open. Tatum steps to his left, three in the air. Got it!
Big boy, step up at the right time, man. And by Delta Dental of Massachusetts, Brex, your New England Chevy dealers, Town Fair Tire, and by Comcast Business.
Pritchard, half court, it's in the air. He got it! He did it again! Peyton Pritchard did it again!
And by your New England Ford dealers, Wendy's, Clinton Savings Bank, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, and by your Boston area Lexus dealers.
Confetti guns shooting green and white confetti and making the most beautiful blizzard you have ever seen. The Boston Celtics are world champions for the 18th time.
Celtics basketball is a presentation of the WROR Celtics Radio Network.
Beasley Media Group's 1057 WROR. WROR HD1. Framingham, Boston. 80s and more. More hits. More variety. Way more 80s.
Cade Cunningham dragged the Pistons to the brink, but finally missed his 16th free throw of the night. And a couple of monster defensive plays and clutch steals, and the Celtics score their biggest win of the year. The final score, Boston 117, Detroit 114. All of Celtics Nation can be thankful tomorrow. Back with more on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
There it is, Geno time, baby. Turn it up, Jake. Turn it up. Let it crank. Win of the year. A lot to be thankful for the Boston Celtics. Grandy said a lot there. Cade Cunningham battling, keeping the Detroit Pistons in it late. Heavyweights, him and Jalen Brown trading blows late in that game. But what a win for your Boston Celtics. Thank you for joining us as WROR Celtics extended post-game here. And what a game. What a one to talk about before the holiday. Boston Celtics come into this one short-handed, facing the hottest team in the league. And what do? They escape with a 3-point win, one of the wins of the year. I'd call it the win of the year. And I would say Jalen Brown and Derek White had an awful lot to do with it. But this was a total team effort here. And I got notes, I got thoughts, I got takes. We will start, though, with Baylor Shireman. Maybe not a guy you thought I'd start with. Baylor Shireman comes into this game early in the first quarter there. Celtics, terrible shooting.